actually, not Arturo Fuente.
Okay.
It was Gigante. It was pretty good. I liked it.
Yeah, I really like that one. I got some more for what was it, New Year's Eve, I guess.
Yeah.
And oh my God, they're so bad,
If
so
It was
bad.
Christmas.
if you want
But
to
yeah, they were
Christmas,
awful.
okay.
if you want a really good consistent one that's like always good no matter which one you get from their lineup, just go with that Arturo Fuente. Arturo Fuente is always it's always primo.
Yeah, I don't remember what this one was.
What did I say?
It was, I think it was like Maduro or something like that.
Yeah, well, Maduro is just a shade of it.
Type of rapper.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It was
I
bad.
don't remember the name. There's one over there, but I smell it. And I'm just like, this is not the same.
If it was if it was bad, you don't need to remember it anyways.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I can give you some directions if you want.
Send the list.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah. I ordered from Cigar, not Aficionado, some other website online, right? And I've been getting so many fucking magazines. Like, you like cigars? Look at
They
this.
send you magazines?
Yeah, I'm like, damn.
Oh my god.
How much can you fill a magazine with cigar stuff?
A
You
lot.
would-
You want
Right.
to?
There's a lot of like
Do you wanna
cigar
say-
and cigar accessories.
Smooth aroma and
I
like
haven't-
have pages of text.
I feel
Well,
like
it's-
that's
how much can you
probably
fill in-
true about like most things. Like there are probably very few things that you couldn't like write a magazine about.
I guess
That's
that's true. You could
Well,
get
I mean,
really
it kinda-
involved in stuff.
It comes a
Yeah.
lot closer to wine in certain aspects because it's like, oh, this
Yeah.
year is blah
Yeah.
blah blah, and this is a good vintage. and
Wine,
blah, each-
coffee.
And even
Yeah.
then, depending on the season, you have your entire selection of like, oh, your coffee pairing with your cigars, so on and so forth. I mean,
Yeah.
The
Mhm.
you have a lot of
pairing.
you have a lot of avenues to go down there.
Mhm.
They
Little-
go into
little
where
puff
that
pieces.
tobacco was grown, go into the farmer, and then
Yeah.
the old woman who rolled the cigar and talk about her life history.
He's got like gnarled fingers. Like...
Oh yeah, the gnarlier the better.
Almost
Just like when you go and see a baker, you want to see those good forearms.
right. Yep.
Good,
Ah.
strong forearms.
Kneading that
One of-
dough.
Oh, yeah.
Guy, the husband from Kiki's Delivery Service.
Yes.
Ideal
Yeah.
baker.
Yeah. I always joke that I inherited my mom's like baker's arms. I'm like, I can knead some dough with these.
Kneading dough, whisking, doing a lot of whisking.
Ooh.
Oh my god,
Light
the
spoon
whisking.
thing.
Yeah.
Whiskey.
Would never
Have
buy store-bought whipped cream. Always whip your own. There you go.
I
Those
was gonna say, have
forearms.
you ever hand whisked your own whipped cream?
It takes
Yeah.
forever.
It sucks.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
You have to make sure everything is super cold.
Yes.
I did it myself one time because I fucked up with the machine. I was like, this is your punishment now. And whip.
you can't handle
I
the
don't-
machine. You can't.
I really don't mind, like, if it's a small amount, I don't mind doing it by hand. But it does
You
get
just
old
get
very
bored.
fast.
Yeah.
Gets
I
old
have the-
very fast.
Super
You gotta
bored.
switch
I have the
hands. Like,
KitchenAid,
okay.
So like, why would I?
That's true. Like, if there's no
Yeah.
reason, unless you're like doing it to like impress people for some reason, it's like, ooh, I did this by hand, and now I'm
There-
suffering for it.
There does like
Yeah.
there,
I did
there
it
does,
by
I've
like,
hand.
done that a lot. I've done that a lot in the kitchen. So
You keep your hands lifted. the whole time.
You do things by hand because you like that was a conversation I was having with somebody who was like, why would you like regularly make your own pasta? Like it doesn't seem like it's worth the effort. I'm like, sometimes it is because there is a difference. Like it
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
there is a pretty noticeable difference, but like most of the time you're not gonna like just like bust out Monday night. It's like I'm tired. I'm fucking tired. I'm not
Yeah.
eating pasta dough tonight.
They're running it
Exactly
through the
that.
rollers.
Takes
right?
4 hours, start to finish.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
my
fun.
mom-
Like I like it, but
yeah, like my mom decided this year she's gonna start baking through the Baking Bible, which is a
Oh.
massive like baking bread book.
Oh.
Specifically bread. Sorry, it was the bread Bible. Either way, she said it could be like just mountains of rolls and bread and stuff every single day, and I'm just like, how the fuck do you have the time?
Yeah.
Like, she's also a Girl Scout leader, like working full time, like everything else under the sun. I'm
well,
like, what?
that gives her an outlet to get rid of it all. That's
It's true.
at least.
Yeah.
I
Gives
get-
her
yeah, fair
Frustration
enough.
into it.
It's like, man, you're really,
Fair.
you're really
I've been
beating the shit
thinking
out of that
about-
dough.
It's just sitting there,
Well, both an outlet for the frustration and an outlet to get rid of all the bread.
Yeah.
Both. I think she's
And
just
you
trying to
gotta get
fatten
the air
everyone
out.
up.
I've been wanting to at like some weekend. I want to make English muffins. I want to make English
Mhm.
muffins.
Ooh, those
So
are
I
always
can-
good.
I just want to like go through the process of like essentially making my own eggs Benedict, like but from the ground up.
It'd take
man.
8 hours, but they're gonna be real good.
I mean, I've been watching a lot of those videos from Epicurious of like
Mhm.
home cooks with cheap ingredients and pro cooks with expensive ingredients swapping
Yeah.
and like making each other's dishes, and I'm like, God, I'm lazy, but I want to cook more.
Sure.
I don't,
Yeah.
but there's really nothing more disappointing than like making something like that and be like, ah, it tastes just like store bought.
Yeah, it's not,
Yeah.
yeah, if anything, it might be a little worse actually. There might be
Yeah,
some
I was gonna say I've definitely made some
first,
bad
yeah.
fries before where I'm like, I would make homemade fries, and we're just both sitting there like, why? Why did
Yeah,
we do this?
I
This is a
remember
bad
those.
plan.
That was like
Yeah.
the sweet potato fries. One of the last times we did was like chalky. We're like, no, this is not right.
Yeah.
Sweet potato fries are more difficult than
Yeah.
Mhm.
regular potatoes. I don't know. It's sweet potatoes are hard.
I was gonna say I made great fries tonight.
Mm. Yeah,
Grass-fed beef burgers and fries or seasoned fries.
Mm.
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 I have no idea. I'm filling airtime right now.
Come on, I want to play.
it's been too long.
We're live, right? We've
Yeah.
been live this whole time.
Welcome, viewers.
Yep.
Listen to us talk about bread.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna start.
What is
this.
your
Actually,
favorite type of bread?
I did in fact get the Heroes Feast cookbook, the
It's
official Dungeons and
legit.
Dragons cookbook, and I have started cooking through it, and it is fantastic.
It's like good food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's some
Yes.
recipes they've like revamped, like tomato broth, aka tomato soup, and like
Mm,
they've done some basic
There's-
recipes like that where they're
Mhm.
like, we gave him a D&D spin.
There's cheese eggs, which is literally cheese and eggs, except it's like take 9 eggs and a pound of cheese or like something and cook it and mix it together and like that's it. I'm like, that's it? Come on. Where's the effort in this? It's cheese
Wow.
and eggs.
Yeah.
That was the filler page.
That would be a really big bowl of eggs.
That's a lot of eggs.
That's a
I don't
lot
know.
of
It
eggs.
said 9 eggs. I was like, no. Why does anyone need that?
It's for like an entire group of people.
yeah.
They should have made like a chaos element in there, being like, add 1d8 ounces of baking powder. Like, how much is the right one? You'll never find out.
Oh,
Nope,
you
I fucked it up.
You
Oh,
can
man.
do that with anything except baking.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Oh, I got the chaotic evil version. Fuck.
Gives you the replay value.
I feel like you need that, but you need it with like a spice level.
The replay.
Like
Mhm.
roll for
Oh.
how hot it's gonna be.
Oh,
Yes.
Wife
yeah,
can't handle.
It's pretty fantastic. We did some seafood rice and some mushroom ricotta tarts.
Oh yeah, those are really
Ooh.
good.
Whoa. Okay.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, pretty fantastic. That was our New Year's dinner because we stayed in. Pew pew.
Stayed in and drank a bunch of champagne.
That sounds great. That's a
It
great
was
time.
pretty fantastic. There was no one
Sounds about
around.
right.
We got to chill. We were in bed by 12:15.
Yep. I mean, at least it wasn't before 12. And then you like wake up, set an alarm,
Oof.
and
Oh.
then go back to sleep.
Like, oh yeah, pew
Like,
pew.
oh shit,
Good
it's
night.
11:55. I gotta wake up. Okay, happy New Year.
Honestly, in Tampa, you'd probably wake up with how many fireworks blast off.
Oh man, until like at least like 12:31.
Wow.
There's just
Okay.
fireworks constantly still going off.
Every year there is a full-blown smog over Tampa because of just how many fireworks get blasted off. Like it
Was it
lasts all night.
Was
It's
it foggy in your area?
Yeah, that was
It
smoke.
always is. It's thick.
Was-
Like even 7
Oh, no.
a.m. Like
Oh no, there was pure like straight up Silent Hill levels of fog. in
I
Yeah.
saw
our
that
area.
too when I was down there.
Like to the point that there was a house like 3 doors down, not the band, but a house like 3 doors down that was shooting off fireworks and you couldn't see them. I was
Oh
like,
my
Wow.
wow.
I was like, wow, okay, cool, great.
Oh. Maybe it rolled in overnight. I definitely remember going out at like 5 a.m. because diesel,
Mhm.
and we couldn't see, like, you could barely see the street lamps. You could just see a
Oh.
Still
misty little
smoked out,
fog of
yeah.
them.
Yeah, like the fog was so thick you can feel the moisture. Like it was like a very light like misting at all times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here you could just like feel the smoke like attacking your lungs.
It reminds me of like the old Civil War like battlefield where they're blasting off cannons and you
Yeah.
can't see anything. You're like, is some shit about to go down that I don't know about?
And Teresa's like, "Is that smoke?" I'm like, "Sweetheart, if that's smoke, we need to call the fucking fire department, 'cause it's bad."
Hey,
We
if
need
it
to
was running
leave.
down, you would know. You'd know. The sky
Yeah.
glows red. It's terrifying.
It probably gets pretty loud with the pirate festival too, right? Like not fireworks, but like
Yeah,
Cannons.
I mean, yeah. It's not too bad. That one is not as bad with the
Yeah, that's
fireworks.
more like
It is
downtown.
literally like an
Hmm.
hour straight of just fireworks, just
So
Wow,
all around
okay.
us.
So because of that, what ended up happening is that they only shot off fireworks for like 15 minutes, but then for the next like 4 days, we would get fireworks. Just like,
Yeah, I gotta use them.
Yeah, exactly.
like
Yep.
just be playing firework. I mean, just be playing like a video game and just hear, what the fuck, really? It just,
It's always
and then
one too.
Yeah,
Never like a
it's-
group of them. It's like,
someone's
alright,
like,
that's
hey, you
enough.
know what? Just
Middle of the
leaves-
afternoon firework, boom.
Just right out his window. Just like,
leaves their head out the door. All right, I'm good.
I don't know if it's more than one like explosion. That is when I get a little concerned because I'm like,
Mm.
hold on, is that fireworks or is that popping shots off? Hold up.
right.
Gunfire, yeah.
Very similar.
Shots.
Alright, you guys ready to get
Tam-
it started?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're the one that left.
I know. I'm sorry. I left my phone in the car and I freaked out.
Oh my God.
That's like
It's
that's
just a phone, Jose. It's fine.
that's a whole
Typical.
one of our viewers. Okay.
Oh, we can't have that.
Oh, sorry. Should
gotta
I
get
get our
high on the
viewership
beat.
up?
Oh,
Hold
hold on.
on,
I guess
guys.
we gotta.
All right.
Gotta manipulate these numbers here.
You're right. Welcome everybody back to another episode of A Talk of Opportunity. We continue our adventure through Rime of the Frostmaiden, and I hope you guys had a wonderful New
There's
Year's,
only one viewer.
Christmas. It's me.
It's
my
Jose.
phone. It's been a while. I don't remember what character I was playing. He looks kind of different, so
It just jumped to
maybe,
6. so.
maybe it's a new character. It's jumped to 6.
I
Oh
think-
wow, that's all of us.
Yeah.
No, actually, I'm not viewing. So it's
Welcome to
somebody else.
one viewer. That, oh, wait, no,
I'm viewing.
that's my Facebook. It's open on my
Oh.
phone. I got my computer Facebook. I got my phone Twitch. I got my PS3 on a Twitch. My PS4 on another Twitch. My PS5 on
I'm
another
on
Twitch.
Twitch.
Got a bunch of virtual
Those are
machines
rookie,
open.
Those are rookie numbers.
Is it
Jose.
rookie-
Those are
I'm
rookie
trying.
numbers.
I don't
Way
have
up.
money for a
Bump
farm.
Those numbers way up. Go buy out a crypto mining operation and just
Okay.
have them all connected
To
to
us.
the internet.
There is a
This
crypto miner
D&D
that needs to
stream.
be disassembled out there, so like
And just have them all like be watching the channel on Twitch.
I'm just imagining, like, holy shit, this D&D stream has 10 million viewers right now. What is going on?
Jesus Christ.
People tune in. Like, I don't get it. They're not that funny.
What's that? They're just talking, playing. Like, what?
Oh no! At that point, the cult of personality will be like, maybe I just don't get it. Maybe
Yeah.
I'm the problem.
Yeah.
here.
Maybe I'm not understanding.
It would run itself
is
at that
art.
point.
Like, I really
Yeah.
don't understand it.
they've just been shopping for like 3.5 hours. I don't understand.
But maybe it's like a commentary on how like consumerism's taken over. I don't
Maybe
know.
it's actually just performance art.
Yeah,
Mhm.
right. Wow, it's so avant-garde. I can't get it. The alien.
The,
but it's
the
art
DM
now.
did interpretive dance for 20 minutes.
To
Right.
try and remember
How
the
is-
word for something.
Try to open every door.
Yeah, that was last campaign.
If you
Yeah,
guys haven't noticed,
That's the
we've done that.
we haven't seen each other for like what, like a month. So we're letting it all.
I
out
just
in
saw
front
you
of
fuckers.
Gotta let it, yeah.
Oh, okay, Heather. Fine. By the way, if you haven't seen it or heard our latest episode, Heather is one of the members now, and we're talking about Dune. Has nothing to do with RPGs.
I rambled a whole bunch, and I will not be able to listen to that episode.
You need to listen to it because you're
I
Dune.
heard a lot of spoiler alerts. Like, she's like, spoilers, this, and this. And like, said it like
I
10
can't-
times.
I
I was like,
can't
oh,
watch it.
man.
There,
Is it
there's a lot of
spoilers to the end of the
Good.
book or the first part?
It's
of
I haven't-
everything.
Literally
like,
the first-
like
the
the
first-
5 books.
I didn't get any. There were no ground rules when he started. I just went in hot and ready to pop off all the spoilers. Like,
Did you just spoil things from like all the like books after this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
The first thing she said was like, "You won't believe what happened to Letter the Second. Letter the Second. What the fuck?"
Yeah, I'm like, wait, what? but there's a lot of spoiler alerts, a lot of rambling, and a lot of us going, no, you go, no, you going ahead.
We can't handle 3 people. It's too much.
You're gonna have to make some really important like timestamps,
Mhm.
like clickable
Nope.
timestamps
Ooh,
to
yeah.
skip all of
No,
them.
Cut out all that dead air.
It got up to like 2 hours, and I'm like, tell Anders, okay, let's wrap it up. It's like, what do you mean wrap it up? We just getting started. I'm like, whoa, okay, Andrew.
Yeah, we haven't even gotten to the questions yet.
I will work on tightening it up next time. I was just
No,
so
no,
excited.
this is fine.
This
This
is
is fine.
This is what we do.
More material, the better, right? You just
Yeah.
edit it all
I
together
was just
later.
so
I told-
excited to talk
I
to
told
you.
I told Jose I won't be happy until we get Dan Carlin levels. Of
Yeah. He was like, eventually we're gonna get to a 4-hour episode.
Hours.
We need to make a small masterclass on Dune.
Yeah.
Just Dune.
Yeah,
Nothing
right.
else.
I remember when we first started, I was like, Andrew, we can't get past an hour and 15 minutes. That's too much.
Ah!
15-hour masterclass.
Yeah.
Numbers.
All right.
We're
So with
getting
that, glad to have you guys back, and I'm gonna hand off the reins to Andrew, our dungeon master.
And- Dan Carlin,
Wow.
we love you.
Thank God. Okay, when we last left our heroes a month and a half ago, they had, if I remember correctly, please, dear God, correct me.
Uh-huh.
if
I'm gonna
if
believe
remember-
everything you say.
okay, if I remember correctly, Gar died of a heart attack.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Bye, Howard. No. You successfully retrieved the iron ingots for the Bryn Shander smithy, the black iron blades. You brought it back, and because of that seemingly meaningless act, you guys leveled up.
And then we
I
complained for an hour.
I remember.
There was-
Yeah.
there was
a
much
lot
looking-
of complaining.
There was there was much looking the gift horse in the mouth on that one, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, that's fine. That's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah,
It's on me. and then you guys leveled up.
Yeah.
Beery had a close encounter with her deity that she's still having like kind of like a commitment issues with. And
Gary's main deal.
yeah, and then you guys returned to the Northwick Inn, where once you fell asleep. By the way, Robbie offered to like launder your clothes and stuff like that because you guys were covered in gore. But once you guys returned to the Northwick Inn, Octavio had a dream concerning a gold dragon somewhere deep in the heart of a mountain somewhere. But he was not able to distinguish any of those features. I think that's it.
I think
also,
that is it.
yeah. Also, the owner of Black Iron Blades offered to smith y'all a free weapon.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be a mundane weapon. He can't do +1. I'm sorry. He hasn't mastered
What
the
the
1,000
fuck?
foot technique. Sorry. Also, Swift came into contact with a not a goblin, a gnome named Copper Knobberknocker. To check in. That's the guy's name, Copper Knobberknocker. To
what I
check
have written
in.
down in my.
That's the name. I didn't. That's what's in the book. I'll hold it up to the camera if you don't think. Anyways, to check.
I don't believe
to
you. It's
check-
just copper, isn't it?
It's,
Anyway.
Way to spice it up.
To check in on his friend named Macretus, who is a artificer that supposedly was working on something that could end the eternal winter, some
Like-
sort of device.
That's the part that kills me. Like we get Copper Knobberknocker and then Macretus.
Macretus. You get
It was two different writers, okay?
The whiplash is intense.
I mean, you get names like Dufessa Shane, and then you get like Farty Mc, like
Is
crap
Macretus
pants.
also a gnome?
Macretus is a human.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Alright.
So yeah, his name is not Fizz Bang McSwizzle Sticks or some shit like
That's
that.
a great name, actually.
Write it down.
Write it down,
This
put it
guy.
in your notes.
so
I really
Alright.
like that one.
so
New character.
Fizzbang, the next wizard.
Dibs on that name.
Shut up. I'll take that level away. Don't think I won't.
Oh, I actually like that name.
You
I like
guys
it a
love
lot.
level.
Yeah.
Fizz Bang
Oh.
McSwizzle
These
Sticks.
are genuine. Like we like
That's definitely a sorcerer.
Just
definitely a
Hey, what is
sorcerer.
that supposed to mean?
But it's like when Ron Weasley broke his wand.
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, God, I lost my train of thought. thinking about McSwizzle Sticks.
Making a note here.
the level 20 world ender sorcerer. Okay.
Wild magic sorcerer.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, man.
So, there. I know some of you picked your subclasses out of Tasha's. That's fine. But just no, I don't have the book. So if you had to manually enter it, like, did you? the the
Yes.
okay, the abilities and stuff. So just I'm sorry, I'm broke, and because of what happened over the holidays, I'm even more
No,
broke.
I'm gonna
So-
shove it. I'm gonna shove it through the internet.
Yeah, just
and there you go.
just stick it in the camera.
Put it in your CD drive.
Yeah, that's how it works, right?
Yeah, it's like the thing at the
It's
bank.
like right into the USB
I just
port.
put an entire book in the check deposit.
okay, I'm just asking.
Yes,
So
I put in
okay,
my stuff for mine too. Yeah.
okay, good. All right, so
I hand entered mine, even though you had the book for mine.
just thank you for that.
You just did descriptions they had. You had to spice it up a little bit.
Yeah.
I added
Yeah.
my own personal notes to them.
So the scene is set. We're going to open on the room that Octavio is currently in, which Swift also is unfortunately bunking with Octavio again.
Are we sleeping? Is that
Um,
like I forgot what it was? What was the last thing that happened?
Yeah, no, you guys like went to the Northlook Inn. Robbie's like, please let me clean your clothes because you cannot walk out in public looking like that, covered in gore and
So
viscera.
We're gonna ruin the
Gross.
furniture.
Yeah, it must be true
Yeah.
because the last gifts that I posted on there are of me sleeping. I just,
Yeah,
Yeah,
yep, that must be it.
and then you had that dream of the gold dragon in the heart of the mountain.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So Swift, as Octavio is like breakdancing on the bed across the way from you,
As usual.
yeah, as is his wont, um, you well, I don't know. I don't know what you do in your like personal time as like a what's the word I'm looking for, like a comfort thing, like maybe you clutch onto that tooth pendant that you have or what
Look out
have
the
you.
window.
Look out the window. Yeah, you look out the window to the aurora borealis that's shimmering across the Icewind Dale sky, and you remember something. Um, going back to your childhood. Um, as your magical abilities begin to grow, you felt during your experiences in Icewind Dale that like a sort of personal growth. And you felt like the roots quite literally have deepened in your understanding of nature magic. and you remember the teachings of your mentor long ago, like uh I'd say probably like a decade and a half ago. And so we go back in time to a young Swift. Can you guys see this?
Yeah.
Okay,
No.
good, excellent. Well,
Open
it's
your
not about
eyes.
you. It's not about you, Octavio.
Maybe you should stop having your eyes closed.
Yeah.
Okay, that will help.
I can't see a thing. All right. And we go back to a young Swift clutching onto the shoulder of this werebear matronly creature that has taken Swift under their wing. And no more than I'd say 40 paces away from them is an owlbear that also caught the scent of elk that they were hunting. The owlbear has not noticed you, thankfully, but you see it like as the wind blows, you see it lift its beak up in the air, and you see the werebear just take a simple step back and then start to kneel down. And suddenly not suddenly, but you hear Swift, because you're pressed up against her back where like her lungs are and stuff like that. You can feel the basso rumbling of her voice going through her body, and she is reciting something. You can't quite make out what, because she's speaking it more to herself. But as she's saying this, you notice that you're kind of like, I don't know, maybe preoccupied by what she's doing. But then you look up and you see that the owlbear is slowly making his way, or making their way, unbeknownst, or not quite knowing that you're there yet. Your presence has not been made. um, how would a young Swift feel in the situation of an owlbear slowly getting closer to them?
I think they probably like reach up and like sort of grip on tightly to um I always have to look at the name so I remember how to say it.
I can pronounce it for you.
Ayam Minartok, right?
Oya Minotaur.
Oh, yeah,
Minartok.
Minotaur.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Or-
Minotaur sort of reaches up and sort of grabs on tightly and sort of like pulls themselves and a little bit like sort of behind, sort of like peeking out every once in a while, just like as it gets closer.
Mm-hmm. Oya Minotaur. I just said it before flawlessly. Now I can't say it.
It's a curse.
In a sort of reaffirming way, she keeps one paw on the ground, but then places the other one over your hand, and her recitations get louder, and you notice that rumble sort of carries a weird echo effect, and then you begin to notice something quite strange. You notice that the wind starts to blow towards your direction, downwind, or no, sorry, upwind from the owlbear, and the brush around Oya Minartok begins to sort of grow and sway in the wind in such a way that it obscures your vision of the owlbear. And you look up and you see the trees, the limbs begin to bend in the wind with it, and when they do, they cover up the sun and they provide shadow, and suddenly you're not encased, but you're veiled in this shade.
Mm-hmm.
And Oya Minotaur begins to move cautiously and slowly around the owlbear. And as that's happening, the wind keeps blowing on her, so that way she's constantly upwind of the owlbear. And you see the brush lean, like create a sort of wall, a barricade between her and the owlbear, and the limbs are constantly covering up the shade, or constantly covering the sun to provide her with a cloak of shadows to hide under. And it's not before long. It's one step and then two steps. And unfortunately, the way the forest is laid out, she has to get a little closer to the owlbear, and your caution almost boils over into a panic.
Mm-hmm.
And it's oh no, we're getting closer. But as she gets closer, the wind blows stronger, and you notice that the owlbear can't catch her scent because of that. And then the path diverges away from the owlbear, and then it's not long after that, step after cautious step, that eventually the owlbear is behind you, and the wind is still blowing on Oya's back. I'm just gonna call her Oya for short. on Oya's back, so that way the owlbear can't catch the scent. Using her druidic magic, she had just cast the spell Pass Without Trace.
I think Swift kind of at this point realizes that they didn't notice, but they had like been holding their breath for a while, and once they're like kind of out of the, just like,
And she goes, "Shh. We're not, quite literally, we're not out of the woods yet. We're fine, but still remain cautious.
how did you do that?
It's and she begins to walk a little less cautiously, a more casual pace. It just like it's easy once you've learned to heed the language of the earth and the trees and the wind. All and much of this stuff can help you. It's more than happy to provide aid. You just have to listen. Does that make sense?
You do not have to give it anything in return.
No. What I do, you will find, and you can tell it's kind of difficult for her to explain this to a child, and she's trying to do the best she can. You will find that there are some people that take advantage of where they're at, the sources, the rivers, the forests. But if they would learn to instead coexist with it, they might be able to find the resonance, so to speak. But some are either unwilling or unable to listen. I am just one of those few that can, and I do. Just like the owlbear back there. It meant no harm to us, and we meant no harm to it. It was just doing what we were doing. It's looking for food. I could have just as easily struck it down as me swatting a fly, but that's not the way of things, Swift. That's just not the way things are meant to be. And she just and she continues walking through the forest. And you see that she's kind of not lost in thought, but thinking now. Like you're starting to ask questions. That's like learning the way of the world, kind of things. So, and eventually you come out of the clearing, and you see far off in the distance the bright blue lights of the Icewind Dalish stags, I guess, reindeer. And Oya says, good, we haven't lost our quarry. Well then, I suggest we finish what we started. Right?
Yes.
Yes. And then with that, you're back at the North again. Just okay. All right, enough of that crap.
That line does, like, that sort of like last part though does sort of like resonate with Swift. I think that's sort of like repeating in their head before they finally end up like drifting off, or whenever this is. If this is like early in the morning or morning
And-
relative.
Yeah, you're not really quite sure what time it is. It's you were thinking about like the sun and stuff like that in a bright like sunlit forest, and now you're back in this literally cold, dark world that is bereft of light and warmth. next to Octavia.
And just that sort of like finish what we started. Just sort of whispers that under
Oh
their breath.
no. Oh no, Swift, that's not what I meant.
That's up to me.
Oh god, no. I know where that's going.
That's
and
up to me.
Okay, that's for me to know and for you guys to never probably find out.
Maybe in like 40 sessions from now.
Oh yes.
At the rate,
When
at
we're
the rate
level
we're-
5.
at the rate,
Yeah.
shut up! Shut up!
Maybe.
Maybe.
By the time we end up building a new house, that's about when we'll find that out.
Yeah.
Oh my
That'll be
god!
your reward for building a new house.
We're gonna have.
You know
like,
what?
No, it's not gonna be that long.
We're gonna grow old. Gray hair.
Gonna retire. Ha.
Technology's
Low
gonna
burn
change.
campaign.
Retirement.
And soon,
AARP.
and with that, I don't know. Does Swift sleep? Can Swift even sleep? Do they have the capacity to sleep?
They better, because otherwise I'm not leveling up.
Okay. Yeah. You wake up, you're level 3. And with that, because D&D is a true fantasy game, everybody gets 8 hours of pure unbroken rest.
My
Wow.
And you wake up feeling better than you did before. Beery, especially.
I was about to say I sleep like 9 hours on average.
Oh my god.
I like sleep. What can I say?
Must be nice.
Beery, you wake up and you find your armor cleaned, unfortunately still dented and stabbed and scraped and whatnot, but
Yeah.
clean on the I guess outside of your room,
Oh
like
man.
like neatly in like a little bag.
Wait, from Robbie, right?
Yes, of course.
Oh man, Robbie's
There's like
the
some
best.
mints on top of it. It's really nice.
Yeah, and you look out and you see
Tip.
you see there's like a linen laundry bag outside of everyone's room. Except for Octavia's, there's like 3 laundry bags.
How much more
Um,
expensive is this inn compared to the other one? Jeez.
Well, it's more like you guys are like the heroes of the town because
Oh,
you
all
helped
right,
out.
well,
You
yeah.
know,
yeah.
just casual heroes, casual heroes.
Local
Yeah,
hero.
it's
That's all.
it's almost like as if helping the town has benefits. So
So
how
I-
do?
oh.
Well, quick question: how does Beery feel now that she has a mission, a quite literally mission from God?
Small bit panicky. She's really just like a nervous, excited, you know. But I also frantically want to go talk to Swift about it and see if they think I'm crazy. Because, you know, it could be like, I don't know, alcoholism finally setting in, just my brain's rotting, and, you know, Beery's probably panicking slightly. Never had a religious experience before, and suddenly I'm being called upon.
What even is a religion?
By the way, before we move forward, we just got some comments, and Andrew, somebody's really excited to catch our stream, and it says that we're really helping them out with their own Icewind Dale game.
Don't take 20 sessions
Really?
to level up to level 3.
No, take 20 sessions. You're right. Don't take 20 sessions. Take 30.
Thank
You really gotta
Neuromancer. That's
savor
a-
it.
Neuromancer.
You really
I
got
mean,
Neuromancer.
granted,
And
I savored that level, but like in a fucking finally kind of way.
More in like
Wow.
a starving. Also, Javier, hey, how you doing?
Hi.
Wow. Okay, I'll remember that.
Next
Everyone
time you
levels-
murder my character, don't worry, you've already killed me like 8 times.
Everyone levels up except for Beery. Because I am petty.
'Cause she complained.
and that vision was just a dream. That's all.
Yeah. She actually did have snow madness. Okay.
It
No.
was snow madness. No.
So Beery awakes with a sense of purpose. Probably has a
And
bit of
panic.
indigestion from it.
Purpose and panic. Like I know I need to do something, but I have zero clue what it is.
And
who?
You should open.
What?
You should open the chat.
Why?
My players
Oh,
got to
no.
start at level 3, so they're staying there for 20 levels.
No.
Oh.
Good.
Andrew is my spirit animal.
You're doing it right.
Uh,
I think,
Okay.
I think I'm just mad because they got to start at level 3 and didn't have to slog through the
Yeah.
wilderness
They
getting beat
missed,
down.
they
Oh,
by-
missed the terror of being level 1.
We only
Yeah.
died a
Forever.
couple times.
Just a
It's
couple
You
fine.
times.
guys loved it. I don't want to hear it.
No, really, I did.
I think
I mean,
everyone at
it's-
least once.
Andrew,
I-
you're getting to like Tomb of Annihilation levels of like traumatizing me, so you're doing great. You're doing great.
It's making like an impact, you know.
It's
Like,
been like relatively
Really
mundane things too.
Yeah,
I
nothing.
know.
Yeah, it's just like Barry like slips on a particularly slippery patch of ice and just
It runs into a
smashes
gang of
her head
orcs.
against the.
maybe he's just getting payback for his character dying in the first combat encounter last time.
I feel like
Yeah.
I'm getting payback for the dragon heist incident. The
Oh, yeah.
constantly
He-
triggering all of the
Oh,
exclusive.
He never
Oh,
forget.
Oh,
Oh
don't worry.
yeah.
Payback for that. Payback for Curse of Strahd. There's a lot I got.
A
built.
lot of trauma you're working
Pent-up
through.
anger. All right, sorry to
Yeah.
interrupt. That's just, I
Okay.
just thought you should know that
Anyways.
people actually appreciate.
Okay,
your
so
DM.
I need to go. I need to go have a heart to heart with Swift and figure out what I need to do, because Swift is the level one of the group.
The what? Oh, okay. Like
The level-headed one.
Yeah.
I thought you said the level 1. Like no, everyone's level 3.
Sorry, Swift, you missed out on both. of the
If you really
levels.
want to be
Oh,
level 1
God.
again, I can make that happen. But-
No, we're good.
anyways, okay, so she wakes up with this and then is going to go talk to Swift, but Mittens and Gar, you guys are bunking together, right?
I think so.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Does Gar just like emit like tiny spores while he's sleeping? I just
Yeah,
I
you
just
can
imagine
kinda-
like
he's like-
all of his rooms are like rooms from like The Last of Us, where he just like open it like.
I kind of hope
Why is
you
there so
had
much
like
dust?
a makeshift humidifier near your bed.
He
Just
can
to help you
control
grow
it.
over
He's
Mittens just
fine.
has like a bug net over his bed.
He's just. I mean, really, you just see him and there's just a bed and a turtle shell on top of it. I think the
Okay.
spores are mostly invisible. Anyway.
All the spores pop.
Those
All
just-
the spores like come out in a puff of like air when you like emerge from the shell.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
it's invisible spore. So there's like the cleaning lady that does not know you're a person because it's just a shell, and she gets close to you.
Starts
She
choking.
bumps it. It's like the puffball ones that just shoot off the little spouts of pores.
Oh yeah.
man.
But Mittens, you wake up, and at first you think it's Gar that woke up before you, because you've heard like whispers, like just faint little like, and you're like,
Pretty
"Oh,
weird if
maybe-
Gar did that.
Well,
That'd
maybe
be-
Gar talks. Maybe Gar talks in sleep. You don't fucking know. Or maybe Gar's just like hunched over in the corner, just like
Got like
just
two mushrooms together. He's like,
just
drink
like
them.
mushrooms stem side in his nose.
Oh my
But-
gosh.
But you can't place where the whispers are coming from. But they begin to tell you things that you have a weird not grasp, but a like an ease of understanding. Like you somehow just know this as if it's like quite literally out of the ether. This is your you these whispers tell you something, and go ahead and choose a skill or tool proficiency that you lack, and you can gain that knowledge until you complete another short or long rest.
Oh yeah. Okay. I'm
Banjo
gonna say
playing.
healer's kit.
Banjo play.
Okay, so the whispers share you knowledge based on the traumatic experiences from that ice cave on how to properly like suture wounds and like staunch the bleeding and stuff like that. So until you finish a short or long rest, you now have proficiency in a healer's kit.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, someone's like, no, you got to put more gauze. It's pressure.
Yeah.
Mittens is curled up on his bed, his eyes closed, and he just opens up and just whispers out to them, just like, "I will heal them all. I know it.
The Matrix style.
will-
I know kung fu.
I know kung fu."
I sent them to death, but now I'll be the one that prevents it.
Oh.
and then Gar wakes up.
Just very like, oh hey, how's it going?
Shooting out of his nose.
It helps
the
him
head
sleep.
pops out.
Don't judge.
Whatever
Just
you
like
need, I'm sure.
mushroom earplugs.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, that'd be
This would be
cool,
so
actually.
He's basically a conjuration wizard, but with mushrooms. So it's like whatever you want. If it can be made from a mushroom, he's got it.
Steve
If
Moat
anybody-
is a mushroom now.
You're less evil than the guy in Dorohedoro, though, right?
What is that?
Never mind.
Is that an anime?
I haven't watched
Yeah.
it yet.
Oh, it's so good.
There is a
Already.
mushroom. There is a mushroom necromancer, essentially. I mean,
Bunch of weeb.
yeah.
Interesting,
Everything is mushrooms. Everything is mushrooms.
interesting choice, but okay.
Sorry. Okay, go on.
Okay, so a new dawn doesn't break because there's no sun, but a new day has arrived for these adventurers. And Swift, you notice Octavio looks noticeably different than he did the night before because we switched his art up.
Like,
Oh,
whoa.
right, he has his actual art now.
Yeah, he's gone completely pale, and now that Octavio has his art, I can kill him.
I was
Yeah.
Oh, yes,
kind of
it's all
missed
coming
your old
together.
art. We all kind of looked like a family. Like you, me, and Swift all had like a general vibe
yeah.
going on.
Yeah.
And now Octavio just
It
has
was
like
all
that
like-
better than you look. I think.
Yeah.
And that's really important.
Good.
Now the royalty is coming through, or the
Yeah.
nobility.
Mhm.
Oh, we all had
Octavio, does your like help, please pronounce it for me because I can't because I'm a filthy gringo. The what?
Alebrijes?
Yeah, is that just like a constant thing, or is that
No,
whenever you cast a spell?
only when I cast a spell.
Okay, all right. So
It's
you're
a-
not
it's,
like
it's essentially my
your sorcery points.
my sorcery
Right.
points.
Ooh,
Yeah,
his
yeah.
character
Oh,
sheet
cool.
is out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, okay.
Write that down.
Wait,
I didn't know if it was like you're just like a neon sign now, which
No,
is
no,
great.
no.
That's great for me. So
Always, you can
Oh,
always
God.
find them.
Also, like when
Yeah.
since my AC is so high, when something hits me, my abilities protect me.
okay.
This is like a spectral hand comes out and like bitch slaps it.
Oh my God.
No, they're like little creatures that show up and like no, sacrifice himself.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just.
I'm imagining like little Pikmin like jumping out.
No, have you seen Coco?
Yeah.
You know those little spirit animals?
No.
That's not ability.
Okay.
But I want
yeah.
I want neon Pikmin now. No,
No.
Gar gets the neon Pikmin
That sounds
because
fair.
they pluck them.
Yeah.
Why do they sound like? Are they like the soot sprites from Spirited Away? Is it
They're
something similar?
they're little creatures that you literally just pluck them from the ground, and they're just like little root men that help you
Oh,
fight
like the
things.
game?
Yeah,
Oh.
Pikmin. Yeah.
You guys don't know
Okay.
what Pikmin is?
Yeah,
I love that game.
Oh, okay, good.
Jinx.
That's Nintendo's fault for not making a fourth Pikmin game.
Yeah, there was
I
the
didn't
last
know
one
there
was
were
for the
3 of them
for
now.
the, for the
Oh.
Wii U.
Yeah, you missed the third. They re-released it for the Switch because nobody bought a Wii U.
I only played the first
I
one.
have a Wii U, and that's the only game I have.
Pikmin.
I didn't
I mean-
listen. I didn't need a Wii U. They released it on the Switch.
Oh
I'm good.
wow, those things are wild.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's my meta magic right there.
Honestly, that game traumatized me.
Ooh.
Pikmin?
Yeah, just it was terrifying as a child. You'd
Oh,
raise
well,
these little
it's
Pikmin
It's the time limit.
And then
The
you
time
send them to
limit?
die.
that you just send them
Anxiety.
just like an army to kill things, and half of them die, and little ghosts go. It was terrible.
It's
Oh yeah,
traumatic.
and then at the time limit ran out, Captain Olimar is just like, well, I'm stranded here, and then he dies.
Yep, he gets eaten
Oh Jesus.
along with all of the Pikmin he left behind. They
The
just get
second,
eaten.
the second one is not nearly that traumatic.
Okay, because it was really bad.
They got rid of the 30-day time limit, basically.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
All
that was
right,
always
anyways,
Too
good.
back to
many
the game.
kids cried. All right.
We're getting sidetracked on Pikmin.
Some reason we got
All
more
right.
viewers, so welcome everybody to another episode.
Pikmin.
Of
Okay, never mind.
All
Let's get back to
These people of
Pikmin.
culture who love Pikmin.
like shit, they're talking about.
I don't-
Pikmin.
I
I
don't
don't even
blame
know what
them.
it is. I'm so sorry.
Game of the childhood.
This reminds me of that moment where Alex realized I didn't know what a pog was.
Oh
You-
man, do you guys know what Pogs are?
I
Yeah.
vaguely know
Yes!
what it is.
I love Pogs.
That was
Okay,
before
It
my
has
time.
so many.
We're not going down this rabbit
Okay,
hole. That's for
Alright.
the break.
But all
Yeah.
you hear is like it's a light, but it's a slightly frantic knock.
It starts out like.
It's like-
Yeah.
Are you like knocking and also trying to handle too at the same time?
hey, hey,
I
Swift,
don't want to get. I've seen
Wait,
what the Zephyr
you-
Strike
you-
does. I don't want to get shot.
Are you coming
Oof.
to our? Are you coming to our room? Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just. There's someone at the door.
Chaos bolt through the door.
And when I
So
get up,
just-
all these crazy colors like shining through my skin. I'm like, go back to sleep.
I was going to ask if you could get that, but I guess I'll do it. Sure.
Also, what the hell?
Yeah. Also, what the fuck was that?
One thing at a time.
It's like just so completely dark in the room, so Octavia doesn't even see me.
Right, but for
I
like,
imagine that,
a
like,
split of a
Octavio's-
second, everything lights up in neon colors.
Like
Disco ball.
Octavio's glowing
disco ball.
through his blankets and stuff like that. It's just-
Yeah, is there
Like,
music that goes
Just
with it too,
one-
or is it like?
1 second.
Very
and Swift,
tiny
like,
party.
walks over and sort of opens the door. There's a light hits, and you like when you see Swift like open the door, like the light sort of like flashes across their eyes as they sort of like dilate into like the vertical slits.
Ooh.
Oh.
I legitimately gonna just like.
I'm not dilate; it's the opposite. The opposite of dilate. Because
Did
dilate's
I-
when it gets light.
Did I? What was that weird light?
What are you talking about?
Sent through the
I
cracks.
don't
of the-
There was like underneath the door. There was like a flashing
Oh,
light.
It
Or
was Octavio glowed. I don't know anymore.
I give up with this fake Octavio stuff. I got some real things that I need to talk to you. That is not snow blindness.
Okay.
I swear.
Okay, but
That's awesome. Oh,
what is
Octavio.
it? What Beery? What did? Calm down. What is it?
Okay. Okay.
Let's take this outside so Octavio can continue to do whatever it is he's doing. He's glowing. You see that, right? He's like glowing.
Yeah,
off the
I
numbers.
don't know. I don't know what's happening. I'm already kind of tripping out, and then this is happening. Ooh, this is weird. This is a weird day. Weird day.
It's Beery. It's 9 a.m.
It's been a long night. Okay.
Or is it PM? You don't know.
I feel like I'm in a completely different level of life now.
Meanwhile,
Okay, let's-
Daruda Sandstorm is playing in the room.
It's like that video. It's like that video of like someone like just eating a bowl of cereal, jamming out to caramel dancing, and someone's trying to sleep in the next room.
Yeah.
So yeah, Swift sort of like closes the door behind them, and so they can like find somewhere to talk.
Okay, I just like drag you closer to like a window, little alcove area, and just kind of like look around over my shoulder. All right.
What is?
I-
What?
Okay, I think I found God.
No. I wasn't laughing at that. I wasn't laughing at that. I was laughing at the picture that Jose posted. I'm sorry. That wasn't.
That's good.
No, it's
I-
okay. I meant that to be
Are you
funny.
sure it's not the snow madness?
The snow blindness.
Are you sure? Absolutely sure.
No, okay. Do you remember when I kind of wandered off and was just
Yeah, and
kind
you started talking to no one, and yeah, it was weird, and
it was all right. Well, you guys couldn't see what I saw, but
oh yes, please
I-
tell me, enlighten me.
it happened before when we defeated Zephyr. I talked to a deity, we can say for now, and they want me to swear an oath to them and help save Icewind Dale.
Okay.
It's not snow
I know,
blindness.
Beatty. I know.
I haven't even drank. I'm sober.
You're being too. You're being
You
too
do, Drake. But
insistent about it for me to think it's snow madness. You saw what you saw. None of the rest of us saw it, but you know what? Weirder shit has happened. So you say you have talked to a god?
Okay, specifically Tempest.
The abandoned temple back in Goodmead.
That
That
was
Tempest.
that was how I got on his radar. Apparently, whatever radar is.
Okay, well, people haven't worshipped Tempest in. I mean, I don't see anybody talking about it.
He mentioned he's not very excited about that.
Oh.
So
I mean,
I
so this unpopular god gets back to you and says, "Oh, hey, Beery, I need you to do me a solid," right? That's what you're saying?
pretty much something along the lines of a glorious, legendary so and so. I get to save
Calling you to some
Icewindale.
sort of higher purpose. Oh, that does
Yeah,
sound, honestly, that does sound like something a god would say to you, yes.
it's see,
They
okay.
always ask you to do like some ridiculous shit, self-sacrifice yourself, throw someone into a river, why not?
He named me one of his Templars and wants me to help establish influence in the land. I don't even know what to do. Where do I even start?
Okay, hold on, wait. But before this conversation goes any further, I just want to chime in here. Barry? Do you remember specifically what Tempest told you that your mission was?
War is coming. Something ancient, force of nature is shackling my visions.
Yeah, but then he said to you have to mend a wound that your ancestry has
You will
caused.
have to mend a connection once severed by your
Yeah.
ancestors.
There you
Bring
go.
fire back to this corner of the world. I recite all of this to Swift in a very
okay.
grumbly old man voice.
in your best
A
old
lot of-
man impersonation.
Alright,
and your best
baritone.
and your best Kratos of God of
Okay,
War
listen,
2018
There's
impersonation.
actually a beard
didn't
I
believe
pulled out of
you.
nowhere.
If I didn't believe you before, I mean, that's way too much. You wouldn't have come up with that. That's not something you would have come up with.
Thank
Way,
you.
way too
Um,
elaborate.
That's far too elaborate and flowery, honestly. Like, I know you have your moments, but that's...
What do I even do with this?
Sounds like it came from
So,
someone that was
what?
acting like a pretentious asshole.
Your Beery, Beery's, like, family name is...
Worm Doom.
Or, yeah.
Worm Doom. I was like,
So, I
don't know.
don't imagine that this is referring to, the fact that your ancestors killed a dragon, right? Like, that doesn't seem like the type of thing that Tempest would care about. Shit.
I don't know. Maybe, but also, do you really think that dragon's gonna forgive me?
Oh, no.
No. No.
No. The fact that
No.
we all lived at all is frankly miraculous. You know what? That alone would let me believe that you have some sort of god looking out for you, because there's no way any of us should have survived that.
That's a fair point.
I don't know. You say you don't know. I'm not very well versed in your the Wundun or the Goliath clan's sort of legends and myths.
Neither.
Do you know
Neither
where
do
they
I.
are? Could we maybe go and talk to them or something? Ask them maybe what Tempest is talking about. Maybe
Maybe.
don't phrase it. Maybe don't phrase it the way that you phrased it to me, because it sounds insane. They will accuse you of snow madness.
This might be a possibility, but they're gonna eat Octavio alive, literally.
Well,
Like
who
you
knows?
know,
By the time
they
we
will
get there,
literally
maybe
eat him.
Octavio. Well, I can't even finish this sentence. Octavio is
No,
a piece of work.
I mean,
Are you guys?
we
Are you guys in the room?
No.
The door.
but we were directly outside of the door.
Okay.
I think they would still have
Light,
this
just-
See
conversation.
the lights coming from the bottom and a slow like.
I was going to
By the
say,
door.
like, maybe by the time we make it all the way out to where your people live, that Octavio might have, put some hair on his chest is something that I think the Icewind, the 10-towners say. But you've seen him. I don't know. Maybe
They
You-
like hair. They want roasted hair on their meat. He'll.
Oh.
It's even
on the
worse.
meat, okay. So don't. I mean, we're getting lost in the metaphor here.
My people don't have a great culinary history. You know this.
Most
They
people in
they have a
10 towns
very
does not have
different
you eat what you can get your hands on. Basically, now more than ever, we know this. But
Well,
I
now
guess
yes.
it sounds like we at some point will have to. Do you know where they are? Can you find them?
Andrew,
Hmm.
do you know where they are?
Do you know? Of course, you know where they're at.
Yeah, of course I know where they're at.
Okay.
They're in. It's your ancestral. It's where you came from. The ancestral home, in the middle of the spine of the world.
Yep, that vague
Oh, it's
place.
seen this spine. Okay. Is that where
Yeah.
they are now? Do we have to go there, or
Yeah, that's a bit of a schlep. I don't know if we should do that. Do we need to do that?
Is there anyone else that you?
when she says spine of the world, you're like, oh, because that is a far trek south.
I was going to say that's like.
That's a whole different book.
The spine of the world is the wall that separates Icewind Dale from the rest of the world.
Maybe that's a bit too far.
Yeah, we
Maybe
probably
don't go
shouldn't
down
do
there.
that. Maybe
Is there
something more
anyone else?
local?
Anyone else you know in Icewind, like in Tin Towns, from your tribe that might be able to answer?
Yeah, do I have like an uncle or yaya somewhere?
Maybe it's not unknown for Goliaths to wander and trek the Icewind Dale tundra. But as far as you know, those that get wanderlust like you usually get out of Icewind Dale. But those that stay within Icewind Dale are usually just like hunters and gatherers and that kind of stuff.
Okay.
All right. So maybe we figure out something closer to Tempest.
And don't get me wrong. The spine of the world's not on the other side of the world. It is reachable from where you're at. It's just
We're
without
not going.
the safety of Icewind.
That's
a
another
very
30
long
sessions
trek.
of not leveling up.
Okay, you know what?
Maybe we lay off on this.
All right,
Totally
it's time for the aneurysm.
Are your
You
aneurysm
do have
dice
Snow Madness now.
separate from your other dice? Do you have like?
No,
No.
it's if I roll a nat 20, and I did.
Okay.
So.
I didn't know if you had designated aneurysm dice. That's all.
So
Like Red and Spalachi.
Yeah.
you know, like this is, I'm sure, very important. Very until we know more or have some better idea to work off of, maybe we sort of, just sort of put it on the back burner.
All right.
We put it off to the we get it out of the coals at the center of the fire and sort of put it off to the side.
I just needed to, tell somebody because I felt like I was losing my mind. I thought it was Snow Madness for a second.
I'm still not entirely convinced it's not, but I'm willing to humor you. So
If it is, please kill me. I can't do that.
As soon as
I can try.
As soon as Barry says, "If it is, please kill me," Swift. That's when you notice that somehow Octavio has managed to actually successfully, like, not sneak up on you, but evade your perception, and you notice that there's a bleary-eyed Octavio just like standing in the doorway, like.
Hey, buddy! Did you wake up?
How did I not see you glowing?
I've gotta pee.
Very focused on the conversation.
Octavio, how much of the because of that excellent stealth check that you rolled for me, how much of this conversation have you picked up on?
I guess the last bit of it, all about something about the end of the world, the spleen of the world, somebody died.
That's the one. That's a little further
How
down.
did you know?
That's Baldur's Gate.
Right by the
Oh,
pancreas of the world.
Before we go die, can I go pee? You guys are in the
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Okay. I
You really
just,
need-
with my eyes
I
barely
feel like
barely
You need
open,
our
just walk
permission?
past you. No, because you guys are like right outside the door. You guys are huge.
For some reason, your horns are all like, like you got
I
bedhead
Oh,
And
my
I
goodness.
only glow when I'm doing magic.
Yeah, he's
Or
very much
sleeping,
just
apparently.
mundane.
Okay.
Just so you
yeah,
guys know, I whisper
No,
Andrew
no.
to do the rolls.
Yeah.
I understand.
we'll figure out more stuff, but this might be
You know,
connected
yeah.
to everything else we're investigating.
I mean, I mean, this could lead us. We have to go on. Is anything other than that note that we found about Sunblight from those weird dwarves?
Yeah, we
They're
do need
trying
to
to
get
find
the
like
doors.
some weird the stone that stone of that statue was made out of, or the ship head.
Yeah.
They're trying to find that stone to make some kind of machine.
Didn't we get a tip about a machine? This is out of character right
This
now.
is
Didn't we get a
that
tip
note
about a
that we
machine?
Yes,
found.
yes. The note on the Dwargar mentions something about a machine being built.
And a contact in Carricknog. Or
Carrot, yeah,
Koenig.
Koenig.
carrot eggnog.
Carrot
Yeah,
eggnog, yes.
yeah.
We're going to a place called Knob, so I just filled that in.
Canog?
That's just sorry.
Hey, wait, I've been there. Where's
Oh
that?
yeah?
Arizona,
Utah.
or Utah.
Yes,
Boston,
I
yeah.
stayed there at an
Yeah.
Airbnb.
Nice.
Is it
Yeah.
a little like
Oh,
boutique
man.
hotel?
No, it was just like a little side house someone had behind their place. But Kanab's adorable. It's like a little
We just
town.
booked our stuff for the Grand Canyon, but that is
Yeah.
totally off topic. Woo!
Yeah, it's gonna be great, definitely.
It's gonna be. It's gonna love it.
Very excited.
So I maybe we will just happen upon more information. We'll keep our senses tuned to something about this. I think.
Okay, okay. but
Did you get something out of this? I hope if a god asks you to do something that they'll give you something in return, right?
Yeah, I get to become a legend in my own right, and I
Yeah,
get to
well,
live a
I don't
glorious
think you-
life. And
I don't think you needed to have more, up in your head. Go to your head, But
But you guys get stuff too. Like I can make you faster and stronger.
okay.
But
All right. Well, I mean, that doesn't sound bad.
yeah,
I
but
dropped one of my good
I
days.
just-
Just, I guess.
just if you see me starting to lose my mind, better abandon me in the
Alright,
snowdrifts.
I'll coordinate with Mittens, I guess.
this sentence coordinates with like a floosh sound as Octavia is done with
I was just about to say that.
Oh, they got indoor plumbing here too,
And then
man.
it pauses, and then you hear the sink.
Magic. All right, let's go get some food.
Yeah.
Mittens is gonna come
As
out
soon
in
as
the
you
robe.
say food, I'm like, somebody say food. Fully awake.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, what's up, Beery? You
Yeah,
look frazzled.
your London fog is already downstairs. They found you lavender syrup somehow. I don't even know what lavender.
Lavender syrup.
It's
I don't even know what lavender looks like.
it's creme
No,
de lavender or whatever.
Then again, I didn't know bees existed, so
That one's a little weird.
that I didn't know bees existed.
Yeah,
I
they were-
really wanted Swift to become a swarm keeper just to harness the power of
Oh!
bees.
I'm still
that a
I'm still
subclass?
not entirely sure that bees are real. I might have hallucinated the whole thing. I might have been suffering snow madness.
Swift, what could the bees have been? Because we can't all suffer the same delusion.
Oh no, we actually can. That happens a lot.
Mm.
it's called polyagio.
I was thinking the same thing, actually.
Oh no, we actually can. It happens a
You
lot.
know, when you're out traveling in endless night, it's actually very easy for everyone to suffer the delusion of something.
Yeah,
Probably a group.
I haven't even taken into account the psychological fact that it's permanently night, so like your internal clocks are
We're just
completely
constantly like debacking milk because we don't get any vitamin D.
yeah.
Oh, God.
I mean, just so you guys know, that happens too. So
Yeah.
walking on
Okay,
the
look,
edge of a knife here.
Will I listen? I appreciate you telling me this. I will see what I can. I'll see what I can do. If we find somewhere we want to go, listen. If you find somewhere that we want to go, I can get you there.
Okay,
So,
fair enough. Fair enough, but
That's how I
we
can help.
we need toast. Let's go get toast.
Okay.
Toast.
They
There's
have
more
to.
than toast.
But they already cooked the bread once.
One of the greatest mysteries of our time.
Why did they cook it again?
Why do they make twice baked potatoes? I mean,
Why would, Excuse me?
You can bake a potato twice.
Just bake them again.
Bake them why would you waste time baking them twice?
Why would you waste time, skinning the fur off of a
Swift doesn't
deer
understand like
before you
anything
cook it?
that
Who knows?
takes. Swift doesn't understand like fermenting things or like why would you wait so long to eat something
Could be fresh.
that seems like such a luxury that you cannot afford. Like anything that takes more than like 20 minutes to prepare, Swift is just like doesn't believe. It's just like why would anyone?
Yeah, why would you? Yeah.
Why?
Just
Why?
give me like a hunk of meat and I'll just.
Why are you cleaning that vegetable? The dirt contains nutrients. All
You
right.
think you haven't eaten? You think worse hasn't been in your mouth?
Robbie comes over to the table, starts serving us some breakfast action, but at the same time, brings over a Bloody Mary for me. I stop and I'm like, no. I'm sorry, Robbie. I just need coffee now. I'm on a mission.
Beery's saved now.
Shit.
You're straight edge now.
But what am I? But Robbie, when you say that, she's visibly taken aback, and she's like, well, and she looks back at the 2 already prepared refills for you. What am I gonna?
No one drinks these. What am I?
Oh, you know what? I'll just.
I don't know what it is. I'll take it. I'll take one.
She goes, you know what? I'll just stick these in the cooler, and she just puts them on the windowsill and cracks it open. It just immediately freezes over.
It's a good joke.
No, it should not. That should not freeze. There's alcohol in that. That should not freeze.
Oh, it's cold enough. It's negative 40 degrees.
That's true.
It's getting-
I am
it's
just
getting
like my
worse.
body is a temple now. I must hone this legend.
It just I gotta get cut and need protein.
That is literally one of my tenets of the Oath of Glory. Is I need to like hone my body and
Oh, so it's actually like sobriety, like
not sobriety per se, but definitely like
get
you
high
must
on
know.
life.
Like I must
body is
constantly
sacred.
be doing squats and like lifting Gar over my head.
Guardmen show up to the table, and Swift just sort of like leans over and is like, "I'm a little bit concerned about Beery now."
Now?
Okay,
Yeah.
well then Robbie's like, okay, if it's protein you want, okay, give me a second. and she goes and she's like, okay, they're gonna make you a axe beak egg omelet, which is like 12 eggs in one. Because it's a big fucking egg, and then we're gonna throw you some bangers and beans. Does that sound good?
That sounds great.
That sounds
Okay.
amazing, Robbie.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, good. You know what? I will be back with that coffee.
We're all getting used to this, Robbie.
No alcohol in the
Can I-
coffee is what you're saying.
Do you have
but
some
not
green
even
tea?
that.
Some what?
Green tea.
No, we have black tea.
I'll take black tea. To English
There's
breakfast.
nothing
Okay.
green up here.
I mean,
The
I
only
can,
green
I
thing in
can.
the room is gone.
Oh,
Think anything green is good on here for like the past years?
You get the tea, and it's very much just like normal, like orange, like peacoat black tea. Like it's like unsweetened iced tea.
It's not even there's not even any Bergmont oil. in it.
Hey,
I was like, I got you, and he grates a little mushroom over the top of it.
hold on.
Ooh,
How does
that
it taste like?
rich umami flavor.
It probably
Yeah.
tastes
Yeah.
like a nice lemony flavor.
Hmm.
Is that what it tastes
There's
like?
lemony
DM?
mushrooms.
It tastes like it has some zest to it.
No,
You
I'm just
just,
like-
just pluck it off your skin and zest.
I'm
it.
like completely disgusted at first. I'm like,
Okay.
oh
So-
wow.
I'm like,
It's
right?
Gar, do you realize what you've done? We can
What?
package this and sell it.
Oh, okay. We're doing mushroom tea now. Okay, great.
Oh, man.
This campaign's
here.
gonna take a sharp
Body
left.
is still a temple.
All right, so you're gonna have everybody drinking your mushroom tea, and then you do the light display.
Octavio, make me a Constitution check as your eyes start to like.
And your skin just glows.
All
Yeah.
All right,
Really
let me-
tripping
I have
people
like
out.
8 mushrooms in my hand, and I was like, oh wait, wrong
Oh
one.
no.
Uh-oh.
let me load up my psychedelic campaign playlist.
I knew you were ready for that. You're always.
Oh, of course I was.
Hey,
Okay.
Gar accidentally doses the gang.
That'd be a good
Microdose.
side
Gotta
episode.
change the title.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited for that side episode. It's gonna be beautiful. Even Avatar got that side episode.
Yeah.
Oh,
did
well,
Cactus
microdose.
Oh, yeah.
Cloud.
It's the quenchiest.
Yeah, it's the
And in the
quench,
very
dude.
end, we're gonna find we never left the inn.
from the very beginning.
Yeah.
We've all just been like face down on the table, just like.
Oh no,
drooling the
we're
entire time.
still level 1.
And Helen's like, guys, the 10-town murder.
Someone's been
It's
killed.
I saw it in a vision.
Christopher.
We got this. Don't
That's a
worry.
good
Glenn.
campaign idea, though. We already know what's gonna happen because we saw it somewhere.
But it only happens because we
That's
make
the
it happen.
That's So Raven
Oh.
campaign where we see flashes.
That's
Yeah.
There's a subclass for that, I'm sure.
Yeah,
It's a
That's
divination
so
wizard.
Divination
Yeah.
wizard, yeah. Okay. So we did the thing. We're going to continue on to what was the name of the city? Starts with a T.
Targos. Oh.
To-
Targos.
Targos.
Karakonig is where the Dwargar said
still
they
here.
have a like a stockade or something like that, or like they have an outpost there.
Someone was waiting there.
Yes.
But
Clark- one of the guys.
Contact.
But
But we-
Targos is where you believe the Zentarum are coming
Right.
from.
We came this way because we wanted to head towards Targos to try and root out the Zentarum. Because sorry, it's been more than a
One
month
week
that I've
is
tried to
really
Yeah.
remember.
That was me
Zentarum
trying to explain
bad.
my god
Because-
experience to you.
Beaker,
I wrote down
Because
Craggy
the-
Crown.
The craggy crown of like the Dwargar.
Sunblight
Um,
Clan.
sorry,
And
I can't even read my
and
own
this
writing.
and the Zentarum were the ones that attacked Speaker Janeth. yeah,
Speaker
Spe-
Daneth. Sorry, that was what I
Yeah.
was trying to remember. Speaker Daneth. He asked us to like go and basically try and root out the rest of the Zentarum.
Mhm.
Which is what we were doing. And on the way, Lonely Wood isn't like on the way, but it was near, like relatively close to it, like just relationally.
Lonely Wood is actually Lonelywood's actually at the peak of the circle. So if we were to put it at like a clock,
Okay.
like you guys are at 9 right now. Targos is probably at like 10, but then Lonelywood is probably somewhere closer to like 12 to 1.
Don't we have a map that we stole?
You
Yeah.
have
only, but it was only
we
a
do.
part of. It was only like
Yeah.
the area around East Haven.
yeah. So
So plan is still to go to Targos, right? And try and figure that out.
Yes, and we need to go pick up our weapons from blacksmith blades or black
Well, I mean,
whatever.
you didn't-
Black iron
Black
blades.
iron blades.
Yeah.
But you didn't even say what kind of webs you want. You're like, okay, ha ha ha, and then you just ran away.
He knows what
right?
we want.
Yeah,
knows our
He
exactly.
knows.
He's-
He
he's
knows.
got it.
He picked them out just for us.
Yeah.
And I don't know when we're going to find ourselves out in that direction again. I'd like to try and make it to Lonelywood, so I can check in on that person Macredis that Copper asked me to take a look for.
What's
And-
Copper's name again?
Copper something.
So,
Knocker.
knock on bottom.
Fizz
Not-
bang
not-
mix
not-
squizzle
knocker
snap.
ball.
Knocker.
Knocker.
His name was
Good old Copper.
I
Copper,
just call him
knocker.
Copper. Honestly, I cannot be bothered to remember his last name.
I know, that's like the worst coin, too.
Hmm.
Copper.
Do you think he values himself?
But also don't forget Skythan. Many sessions back, Skythan mentioned that there is something terrorizing the hunters of Lonelywood.
Oh, did he?
Ooh,
Yeah, a dreaded white moose, apparently.
let's
Ooh.
go.
I don't remember the moose.
I remember
Okay.
that being said. I don't remember. I don't think I wrote it down.
We will hunt.
Maybe you didn't believe him. Maybe you thought it was like a joke.
moose.
Moose.
And then also in the town of Tourmaline, there which is right next to Lonelywood. There's apparently something going on with their mines.
Right.
yeah.
Right. That was like really early on.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for.
So I had that like session. Was that when we were? When did we learn that? Like when we were still in Brinchander when we learned that?
You learned about Tourmaline when you guys were leaving Brinchander the first time Beery died, and then you learned about Lonelywood and
Right. There were kobolds. They were invading kobolds. They closed down the gem mine in Tourmaline. Okay.
All right.
Mhm.
So do you want to?
I like how
That
there's three
outfit?
areas. There's 3 areas on the map that just say Beery dies here.
All inaccurate. She's still with us.
Mean? Huh? I'm really leaving my mark.
Beery,
Dying
All
across
around the map.
Westendale.
Beery, you bring
unknowable.
the cup of coffee to your mouth to drink it when you notice the unmistakable whiff of whiskey inside the coffee.
Uh-oh.
Damn you, Robbie.
I tell
Robbie knows
no
what you
one.
need.
Tempest knows.
And Robbie's like, "What? I was just, come on. This is weird. I don't like this. you're scaring me. You're
This
making me
is
worried."
weird. This is weird.
All right.
All right, fine. And she takes the coffee. She like dumps it out.
Gather
She
our,
throws it out the window, and you see it like freeze before it hits the ground. She fills it up with like actual coffee. She's like, "Fine."
Okay.
Thanks,
She, like,
thanks,
stalks
Robbie.
away.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's all right, man.
Thanks for watching out. Good on you.
We're going to gather our things and head to Targos. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
After the blacksmith, he owes
Do you think
us.
Beery's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
get the shakes? Sorry.
With roll.
Potentially.
Disadvantage on
Unfortunately-
dexterity.
Unfortunately, delirium tremens is not a disease in 5e.
You can change that.
I mean, yeah, I could.
Sorry, bad joke. Very bad.
Just,
Okay.
Beery, why are you sweating? The wind shear makes like -56. That's fine. Don't worry about it.
I'm making lifestyle changes. Leave me alone.
Just me. Don't worry. Yeah.
All right,
Oh Lord. Okay.
all right. Let's make our way to the blacksmith.
Iron blades.
Yeah, the black iron blades.
We did not tell what we wanted, so we're just gonna
That's
say
it.
Javelin.
Don't worry. A single javelin.
just one.
Yeah.
Javelin.
There you go.
One
you
really good one.
It's a return.
Yeah.
javelin.
That's all you need to take down that moose.
It breaks real good. All right, so you make your way to Black Iron Blades, and you see as you get there. I'll just inform Jose when he gets back. I don't know if he's still with us or not. He might.
I'm here. I'm listening.
Anyways, okay, all right. But you see, when you get to Black Iron Blades, there's already not like a line of people, but you can definitely tell the lack of business is making up for lost time. There's plenty of people that are bringing in stuff to just patch up stuff like tools. Plenty of requests for nails and crap like that. And there's people kind of crowding, not the front desk, but kind of just crowding the shop, putting in their requests and whatnot. Until the smithy Garn notices you amidst the crowd. And he goes, "All right, yeah, everyone get out of the way. Yeah, one side. And he's like, come on.
Heroes coming through.
I'm
Not
so-
Do you
actually
say
what I
that?
said. No.
I'm so
No,
glad
but
sobriety's
I
working
look
for
it.
you
I definitely
very
look the
angry
part right now.
with your very clean but beaten up armor that has
I
a
really
gash
polished
in it.
it.
I know, but you still can't make up for the fact that Dwargar been beaten on it and Owlbear ate through it, stuff like that. So it's okay, it's fine. And Garn's like, "Oh, okay, good. I'm glad you're here. I've been having the boys busy. You didn't quite specify what you wanted, but thankfully I have casts and molds for just about anything. So
Yeah, it was
been,
kind of weird. You just kind of turned around and you just walked out. We were in
Yeah.
the middle of a conversation. And you just like,
I was like,
I'm sorry,
I was like,
man. We had a really hard day.
You got it. Thanks,
It
bye.
was it was rough, you know, getting
We
all that.
we had just leveled up, you know. We had the
It's that level up
We
energy.
we were just wiped out.
I completely understand. Not
Whatever
Flynn.
leveling up
What
is.
am I thinking of? What's her name? Scrampsax? Sure.
It is now.
No, it's not that. Shut up. No, Hruna was telling me what you guys had to go through. Apparently, one of you is very long winded and gave it an excruciating detail, and she was more than happy to recount the tale for me. So please, I do not have to hear it again. Thank you.
just sort of looking at Octavio. Just
So
Octavia, please no.
and you hear the sounds of like tink tink and stuff like that, and people like look out behind as they're like pouring like the mold and stuff like that, or the molten iron into the molds and stuff, and like sparks are not flying, but you know, and you see bits of like metal flecking everywhere and whatnot. And you can definitely tell these dwarves have been working the midnight oil. They've been working tirelessly, probably ever since you got them the iron ingots, again to make up for lost time. So so Garn says, "All right, just whatever you want." Okay, he's like, "Come on back here," and he shows a whole table of like weaponry that aren't quite polished up yet. Like they're obviously not like sales worthy, but they're definitely like kill worthy. You know, it's like I haven't had the chance to really give it the old finishing touch, but you know, wherever you hit these with, they're gonna be feeling it. So, and you are
is there
allowed.
anything special about this?
That's what's special is that it's completely free 99, my friend. That's what's special about it. And
Fair
some
enough.
of these were made by yours truly. So everyone gets to pick a weapon from the weapon table of their choice.
Nice.
Oh, any at
Pick
all,
up a
or
broadsword.
is it only? I was gonna say, is
Any
it only
at all.
Two-handed
weapons?
great sword.
No,
probably
any
one
weapon.
that you can actually use.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Any weapon.
I just imagine Octavia just.
Well,
dragging
okay.
it behind
Any
him
weapon that
everywhere.
contains metal. Obviously, you're not going to find like a net or something here.
Or a blowgun.
What is
Yeah,
a
or a
glaive?
blowgun.
Ooh,
A
glaives are
glaive
cool.
is like a really long, heavy spear.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of?
A glaive is like a sword that's the end of a long pole, basically.
Okay, yeah, it's a pole arm.
It's like
It's
curved
like a
almost.
blade at the end of a long. It's got reach. It's
And-
essentially like if you want to slash. It's a slashing weapon with reach.
And you say that all of these just look like normal weapons? Just they don't have.
They
they're not
you
fancy
could
looking?
definitely tell they were making up, like I said, making up for lost time. So they look normal. They actually look kind of like not too terribly appealing to the eye because he just said he wasn't able to put the finishing touches on it, but they're definitely weapon grade. You know, I only had one night to make all this, so you know,
Okay, well, that's impressive.
sorry.
I'm a sorcerer. I mean, I don't need weapons. Thank you.
You
Fantastic.
Yeah.
You could take like a
Octavio,
dagger,
take one
right?
anyway. They're
It's
free.
like a dagger or something.
But
Protect
look at
yourself if
these,
you
and I
run
pull
into
my
magic.
daggers that are super fancy.
Can you even cut anything? With
He
this?
goes, great. And he takes one of the daggers, goes, great. But, you know, engravings, they provide no tactical advantage on the field.
I look at my life. I just, oh, okay.
Oh.
I go ahead and pick up a nice great axe for myself.
Can I grab 2 daggers from the table?
You can get. Sure.
I grab 2 daggers.
I mean, it's a dagger.
Thank you. I'll practice with these, and I start like.
Immediately cut yourself. Just like
Hey, I'm proficient with
different.
daggers. Okay.
You immediately stab
proficient.
someone by accident.
And for some reason, you're proficient with crossbows.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck?
Probably like light cross.
Hey, I went hunting a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, with my father. That
No, no. They sedated a lion so you could shoot it. That's what they did.
that got
And-
dark.
I'm gonna swap out my short sword for a long sword, I think.
Okay. The you can tell, Barry. You can tell the weight of this thing. Like it feels good in your hands. Like it's like, oh yeah, this is. Yeah, you kind of like swing it like, ooh, yeah.
I'm proficient with this.
I mean, you're a paladin. You're proficient with anything that can send your enemies to their god. So
Oh wait, is a long sword is a strength based weapon, right?
yes.
I'm not gonna switch to a long sword. What do I switch to?
A scimitar.
What was the name of the
That's basically just a short sword, though. It's a
but-
heavier short sword.
But with
It's a
slashing
cooler
instead of
short
piercing.
sword.
Sure.
Way cooler.
You know, no. I'm gonna do a rapier. I'm gonna do a rapier.
Right?
I need something with finesse, basically.
what was the name of the blacksmith?
Black iron
Garn.
blades. Oh.
Garn of
Well, yeah. The name of the owner is Garn, but the actual smithy itself is Black
Yeah, that's
Iron
what I thought you
Blade.
said.
I'm gonna ask him if I can get an engraving.
The logo.
Actually, can I get an engraving of a symbol of Tempest? It's a upright.
I look
flaming
up.
sword?
He
I-
He
just
said
said
engravings
Yeah.
don't do anything.
I tell her exactly what he said to her. He's like, he said that engravings don't provide any benefits in battle.
In the
It's
field of battle.
Not for a benefit. It's
No,
you know.
Garn's like, okay, wait, let me get this straight. You want an engraving of a sword on your axe.
You got it.
It's actually her favorite
Honestly,
weapon.
I was gonna ask this before I realized it was a sword, and then I was like, well, still gotta do it.
you see, Octavio, she got a vision from a god.
When did this happen, and how did I
This
miss
is
that?
definitely the time to bring that
Oh,
up.
yeah,
Yeah,
right
exactly.
there.
I'm not
You're
saying
so
it to,
a
like,
god. I said it
everyone.
really loud.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it to everyone, but it is a mistake to tell Octavio, but Swift doesn't think about that.
How does that happen? How do you see a god?
Can I not tell you anything in confidence?
How do you
A
light up
god!
like the Northern Lights? I don't understand it either, but
I light up like the Northern Lights.
Okay, I've had enough of this. Swift
How
walks
does-
outside.
Hasn't
and
discovered
vanishes
yet.
into the darkness.
All right, yeah. You know what? Thanks, Garn. Thanks. I gotta go.
Okay, all right, great.
What just happened?
Now here's the
Awesome.
real question: Is the axe double-headed or one big fucking head? like is it one-sided and huge, or is it double-headed?
I kind of hope it's double-headed. I mean, it's a
All right.
great
Okay, that's fine. No, I
A great axe with an engraving of a sword on it.
Yes.
Your enemies are gonna be like, "Why is there a sword on there?"
They'll be so
And
confused.
no, if they're close
Yeah.
enough to know that there's a sword on it, they're already dead. So.
That's the last thing they see, and they're so confused when they die.
Why is there a sword?
I was already
Why
gonna
is there a
ask-
sword
That's
on your
so
axe?
confused.
That doesn't
Last
make any
thing
sense.
Going through their head as they bleed out.
Tempest didn't give you a flaming sword, okay?
I'm still hung up
Well,
on
I
the fact
was
that she
kinda
talked to a
leaving.
god.
Or can I get a? Actually, should I just get a sword and then have it engraved with flames?
A
So
great
like,
sword.
No, I just engrave an axe on the sword.
Get a great sword, but then engrave a smaller sword on the sword.
There's a little tiny sword at the palm, like just above the sword and palm.
It's double-handled, so the pommel is also a small sword.
I'm walking
Like
behind
a
everybody,
dagger on
just
the other end.
playing with the
Okay, it's really up to you. It's whatever you want. It's fine. So I mean, you could get a warhammer. That's fine. Just anything.
oh, that'd be so funny.
Warhammers are cool as fuck.
They are.
All right. So
Can
are you
lift it?
what, a warhammer?
Yeah, can Octavio lift a warhammer?
I don't know. It's a whopping 2 pounds. Can Octavio lift a
kidding.
warhammer?
I'm imagining he's dragging it around.
Why the fuck is a heavy crossbow 18 pounds? Whatever. That's fine.
Because it's heavy.
Yeah,
It's
but
in
a
the
great sword
name.
is 6 pounds. Anyways,
Listen,
Alrighty,
it's
guys,
not
what
called
is
a
there-
heavy
you're not
great sword.
swinging a heavy crossbow around and hitting people with it. So
You could.
What is our plan from here?
We
There you
leave.
go.
Yeah,
Uh,
Swift and I are
we-
sitting out front trying to like figure out the plan.
we we get our axe beaks.
Nobody's gonna acknowledge the fact that she spoke to a god.
No,
Wait.
we already had that conversation. I don't need to have it.
You were asleep.
Yeah.
She spoke to a god. How does that happen?
It just
Listen,
happens, okay?
We don't have time to talk about this. We have to go.
Are you also a god? And I flinch a little bit.
I'm gonna like go to fake punch you in the arm, and when you flinch,
2 for flinching. 2 for flinching. Divine smite.
oh god!
Oh, whoops.
Just see
Can't
up top
control
of
that
it.
one.
You light up, but not for the reasons that you usually do. We are going to get on our axe beaks, and we are going to travel to Targos.
Alright, let's go.
Couldn't we ask?
I don't know why we're dilly dallying here.
Couldn't we ask?
Gar already
god
picked up
to take
his,
us?
We could have
Mushroom
left like
knife.
20 minutes ago if you hadn't asked him to engrave a sword on your axe.
Did you still want to get the engraving? No, I'm being serious. Did you still want to get it? I wasn't. Okay, fine. I was actually just asking.
I mean, why not? If you know what the
We
symbol
gotta
is.
keep the joke going though.
Yeah.
I was gonna have like a semi-elaborate scene of like a dwarf using like a foot-powered like to like engrave.
As he shakes his head the whole time, just like, does it make any sense?
I just don't understand.
You know, it's all about the
Maybe
money.
Tempest should have brought out his logo, okay? Or Universal.
All right, we get our axe beaks and we get ready to
Yep.
travel.
Yeah.
All right. So, at long last, as you guys are making your way down the main stretch of Bryn Shander, you leave Black Iron Blades, and Garn's like, hey, don't be a stranger. Make sure you, I don't know, but
Tip
Bill,
your
lots of-
blacksmith.
I didn't think this one through. tell him where you got your blades next time. Shit, wait. All right, I'll see you around.
You got it. Black Iron Blades is the best.
Oh my god.
Sure. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Make sure you tell them where you got your blades from. All right. And you make your way down. You're gonna have to leave through the north gate if you want to head to Targos, unless you want to take the long way around.
Let's take the scenic route. Why not?
Okay, so you head down to the
Oh
south.
no!
Another dragon encounter.
So yeah.
Oh lord. War Boom!
You know what? I feel like there's two. This campaign's feeling a little too rushed. Let's just take it low
Well,
and slow.
yeah. Pump the brakes a little.
Low and slow.
Maybe I gave you
but-
level 3 a little bit too. Maybe I was too hasty.
Yeah.
Yeah. But as you guys are making your way down the main stretch, you see there's like children playing in the snow and whatnot, and like they're like having a snowball fight, and one of the snowballs like goes sideways and hits Mittens.
Got him.
Yeah.
Cunning action.
I laugh at Mins.
Just hits me in the face. Oh, what?
And when that happens, Mittens, a voice from inside your head that sounds equally warm and cold at the same time. Like it's a warm tone, but a cold like voice just says "little shits."
What?
Mom
Yeah.
was
Wait, why is everyone hearing voices now?
I know. So everybody's
Snowman.
We haven't been in the snow very long.
Gar
Maybe-
is microdosing everyone.
Maybe that's what's happening.
This is just Swift is just like thinking
The
everyone's
spores.
slowly going crazy. And was like, actually, maybe I'm the one that's going crazy. This is how it's manifesting.
I don't know, Swift. Maybe you are. And I just like turn into a blob drifting off of my.
it's like the end of Midsummer. You see like the mountain, like
Yeah.
woo.
Swift is just like in the middle of like just middle of all of this in the town. Just like, this is why I don't come to town.
This is towny faults.
and then you finally reach the gate, and the gatesman says that's a real shame to see you have to go, but Godspeed. Good luck out there, and well, if you can help anyone else the way you helped us out, they'll be lucky to have you.
The gods abandoned 10 towns long ago,
You just walk away.
but we'll do our best.
God is dead, and men have killed it.
God is dead, except Beer might have talked to one.
and
Tempest is the
Now
only
he's really
true
confused.
god.
I'm trying to play into Swift just being just saying just really brusque shit.
Swift is so over it, but weird things just keep happening.
That guard got a lot more than he bargained for. He was like,
You have a -1 to charisma.
I was just saying bye.
The gods
all right.
abandoned 10 towns long ago. Let's not kid ourselves.
Oh hey, I actually want to stop and ask the guard, like, hey, have you seen a it's like an all black Axebeak by any chance?
His name's Inky. He's adorable, and he's the best out of all Axebeaks. And he'll take
How
nuggets
about
out of your
from
hand.
behind me on the sled?
Crown is better.
Zephyr, don't listen.
When you say crown, he turns his head and one eyeball just. No, we haven't. I mean, we usually don't deal in axe beaks here. We have sled dogs, but I no reports of a stray axe beak.
Yeah, sorry. He got away from us in the storm. If you see him, will you just, collect him for us, please?
Absolutely.
Thanks,
Sure.
thanks.
I'll make a note. He says as he's obviously not making a note. He's just like,
I'll make a
right.
note of that.
I want to come up to him like, you better make that note real, and then I want to drop
Okay.
a silver piece in his hand and be like, watch out for my axe beak.
Black axe beak, name Inky, adorable, best axe beak. Double underlines it.
Double. Best, yes. Okay, you got that part good.
Yeah. And as you guys are saying this, you see a sled team. I'm about to say an axe beak because we don't deal in axe beaks. No,
You're lying to us.
you see a sled team head out with someone bearing the seal of Bryn Shander on them, and it's like a mid to high quality government issue sled and stuff like that.
Does it have a yellow plate?
It's got badges on the side of it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And
Government dog sled.
yeah, and the hey, come on. And the guard goes, oh, okay. They must be sending word out to the other speakers. I guess Dana's proposal or petition to get all the other speakers here to form a council got accepted. So, and so the guy's like speeding away towards whichever town's the closest. And he goes, all right, I'll keep an eye on that axe beak for you. So if we wherever you're heading to next, let me know and I'll send a letter, an owl, raven. How do we do mail
Some kind
here?
of bird. I don't know. Whatever you got.
Some kind of bird. I'll send a penguin.
Yeah.
Send it to Targos. We'll most likely be there.
Targos, got it. All right. And with that, the guy, they close the gates behind you and they rumble shut. And now, you are outside the town of Bryn Shander, and you have the whole of the Icewind tundra ahead of you. How does Octavio feel about leaving a town again?
He's starting to get used to it a little bit now. His backpack is just slightly less lumpy now. I can actually if you're not paying attention, you can probably tell oh, it's actually packed correctly. But Beer is probably like, damn it.
Yeah, every morning I kind of come by you and I punch you a couple times on each side, just things around.
But yeah,
I get you a little bit.
Yeah.
Little punches before we leave.
I put my snowshoes on.
Oh yeah.
On the axe beak still.
On the axe beak, yeah.
Oh, that's right. We have axe beaks. Sorry.
Before we start traveling, Do we want to take a quick break?
Yes, I was just about to.
Yeah.
That sounds
Yeah, my
good. That
cat's
sounds good
literally
to me.
like staring at me.
Food
Freaking out.
time.
Yeah.
On me,
Hey,
so,
hey, bitch. All right.
yeah.
No, for real, there he is.
All right.
I'm not lying.
Oh,
That's just like, Howard, what are you doing?
That's Inky.
It's time.
incredible.
Feed me.
We have
Oh shit! All right, I'm gonna go to the other channel so I can talk to them.
that little
Okay.
dude in the darkness.
Wow,
He's-
our
yeah, in the
viewership
shadow.
just went up. That's whatever.
Oh,
Of
God,
course
wait,
it-
just
of
course it
got
has.
Video. Overlay. Man, I usually like. I don't hate this. 1 second, guys. All right, thank you everybody for joining us for another episode of Untitled Journey. We're gonna take a quick 10-minute break. I just realized that the art. But we have been having a great time. I hope you guys have a good time too as well. Hero Lancer, I hope you are enjoying our stream live. Thank you for inviting us to visit us tonight. We really appreciate it. If you've enjoyed some of the music that actually played here, Hero Lancer is going to be helpful for you as well. We have two playlists down at the bottom down there. One of them is the ambient playlist, which has been crafted and catered by Andrew himself, and the other one is the combat playlist. So go scan that QR code and take it to a playlist on Spotify. You can use, you just want to give credit to the artist because it's also music and it's great for when it's given specifically. Also, if you notice some of our tokens and our art, we have our right here to the right. We have the art that we have using for our tokens. These from the internet. So you want to give credit to those artists. You can see them there and their respective social medias. You might find them. Amazing people, amazing art. We just are not talented enough to make our own. So therefore, we want to give them credit. So make sure to go check them out. However, I just want to give credit to another one. I don't know where it went. So bad. Oh, there it is. Update. There you go. New art for Octavio was made by Daniel. What is he? I don't know. He's an artist in New Zealand. Shout out. You can find him on Facebook, Instagram. Actually, I'm not sure if he has an Instagram, but he does have an art station. So shout out to love. And check his work out. Amazing dude. Your answer. He kept level 3 126. He also your +1 weapon. Yeah, you can say that, but I don't know if people agree with that. The music is too loud. We can't hear you. Oh no! How's that? Sorry. I've been talking. There you go. I need to find a way to automate this. I hope you can hear me now. I was saying that we have some art here to the right for you guys to check out. Some of the artists that we have found our art from. The latest one addition is Tartan Kiwi, who is an American artist that did my commission for Octavio. So go show him some love. Down at the bottom, we have two playlists, the ambient and the combat playlist on Spotify. They have been selected by Andrew himself. So feel free to use them in your own campaign. If you enjoyed it, he manages to craft amazing experiences with music that just hits the right tones and a certain story beats. So please show us some love, like it, so those artists can get more likes as well, because everybody here is talented. But with that, we'll be back in just about 6 minutes. And Neurolancer, thank you so much for joining us. Javi, if you're still there, we'll be right back.
Missed this music.
I like doing the spiel about like apparently the music was like super loud, and New Orlando's like, "Hey, your music's loud. I can't hear it." You're like, "Ah, shit."
Yeah, the last when I was like watching the footage for a recap, which by the way, apparently listening to us playing really puts me in the zone for Sekiro, because I was like, I'm only gonna play Sekiro for like 30 minutes. I was like, I'm only gonna play for like 30 minutes. I'm probably gonna get my ass beat. And I was just like, and I beat like four bosses within like a couple of tries. Anyways, yeah, you're. I said, this is a very exploration-heavy game. So
Yeah, no shit.
you know,
We're live, by the way. Waiting for
That's fine.
everybody else to show up.
I'm
It's
eating,
a-
which is why I'm not on camera.
it's nice. Howard's got a pint.
Howard's a drunk.
Howard's drinking one for beer because she can't.
Yeah, right.
Yes, exactly.
New York Lancer is doing what I was doing for Avernus. I was watching
What?
the roll 20% people, and as I was prepping to run Avernus.
What chat are you seeing this on? Because I went on Twitch and Facebook, and I'm not seeing
It's on
it.
Twitch.
I didn't.
If you came in after, then you wouldn't. It doesn't show the history.
Yeah.
Oh.
You should all have the chat open so you can respond and see.
Nah,
things.
that's
Well,
okay.
except for Andrew because he has like a million things happening.
No one ever talks to me, so
Nobody ever talks to us, but we have a person here who actually is enjoying our content. I'm so happy.
eh,
Wow.
oh, so bad.
We're live, by the way. Just so you know.
Sensitive skin. I don't know.
Showing us your rash.
Diesel's paw hit my chest, and this is how allergic to my
Holy
own dog I am.
Crap.
So crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait,
When he
dude,
jumped up on me, just one paw, like swipe.
Why is it always the GM's fault, Neurolancer? Why? I asked the players if this was okay, and they said yes.
That's the type of thing.
I like how that's the
somebody
comment
who-
that you saw.
who's only played. Only players say that.
It's always his GM's fault.
If you've never GM'd, you know that's not true.
It's definitely.
You guys act like I hold the power, and that's not true. I'm just catering the story to
You are the god.
He dances for our amusement.
I'm a god, but only if you believe in me. Okay.
And nobody does.
No,
Everybody
but-
believes in you, but only just to the point of like, yes, please, entertain us.
Yeah. Are you
He
not
does
a-
hold
Dance,
the
monkey. Dance for my
Dance, monkey,
amusement.
dance for my amusement.
Yes, give me that Vorpal sword. No, I'm not going to.
Purple sword. Purple.
Please.
Magic beans. Magic beans.
One for
Oh
each.
yes, please.
Inky comes back with an eye patch and a scar, carrying a Vorpal sword on
Oh.
his back for some
I remember
reason.
recently just specifically mentioning magic beans in conversation with Andrew. We were talking about magic items, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, yeah, but like magic beans. And it's like, never. No. Never again.
I ain't doing that again.
I've
That
heard,
was the best.
I've heard too many stories about the horrors of magic beans.
Oh my
Mostly
god.
just one story. That's all it took.
There was
Gross.
something about like in the context of like magic items that just do like completely random things. Like you can never count on them
Yeah.
to do something specific.
Yeah, I said if I ever introduce like the deck of many things, it's because I know the campaign is going like I'm purposely ruin the campaign, but I'm having fun with it at the same
Oh
time.
yeah, that's what that item is. That's the only thing you need that for.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, it's a lot of fun, truthfully.
like
And that's
like
the
let,
entire point of D&D, right?
The most
Yeah.
wild scenario will happen.
yeah.
Mhm.
Let's have fun on the sinking ship. Okay, great. All right, we're all back. We're all back.
Maybe that's what Dragon Heist needed.
Yes.
Deck of many things, just at the
Yes.
very last session.
Just maybe
Neurolancer.
it's not as weird with it as
Yeah.
possible.
Just when Neurolancer is talking about in chat.
You finally make it to the end. There's the vault, and sitting right in the vault. That's it.
This
It's just
could
on
have
a
been us.
pedestal one day.
Yeah.
Neurolancer, this could have been us if we had
Yeah.
ended up getting a pack of sled dogs.
We
this
were really
early.
close to
Like,
getting dogs, and that was definitely gonna be us.
we just feed them random things for enrichment.
Speaking of dogs,
Can you imagine being like many sessions in and just having like a random encounter be like, hey, pick a card, and it just you just get sent to the void, like, all right, well, fuck that character, I guess.
No sane DM would do that. I don't think.
I mean, it should have been like a situation where you go to open the vault, and once that happens, if you mess up, water drops on an entire bucket of magic beans.
Oh no.
Oh,
Just
God.
like,
Oh,
why is there a
no.
deck of playing cards here? Ah!
Why is there a bunch of beans and some dirt? And why is that bucket falling now. Oh no! Oh no!
The bucket's like halfway, like on like a halfway open door, like a old
Yeah.
prank.
Exactly. It's it's on a full pulley system where one.
Did nobody check the door for traps?
Damn it!
Well,
I
very
mean,
obvious bucket of water sitting above it.
You blow up half the city. It's carnage.
Who leaves doors
Well,
cracked like
probably
that?
and that's how Waterdeep becomes the town.
That's
for
how
after
Waterdeep
this.
got its name.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah.
Waterdeep just sinks into the earth, and that's it. We just never hear of it again. All right.
By the way, Andrew, I
And
completely
they started
forgot.
calling it Atlantis.
I completely forgot that Gus Johnson is in our freaking travel token.
I totally forgot about Gus in general, like the fox that was in
Oh,
our
shit.
group.
Wow.
Is that why his name is Gus?
No.
Yeah.
Jose.
probably.
Is that why his name is Gus?
Yes, and you never said anything.
I just put two. Well, no, because I was like, I'm proud of you for not picking Steve.
Yeah, that was
When
really
you were
what
just
kind of.
so happy that it wasn't Steve.
And I just completely glossed over the fact that Gus Johnson's in the travel token. But that's fine. Whatever.
Gus, this way, Gus is with us always.
Always.
Yeah. There's no matter what, Gus is always with us. Anyways, okay. So when you leave, it's clear. First of all, it's clear right now. Give me a second.
No more
The-
blizzards, please.
Oh, well,
Oh, what a beautiful day. Nothing bad could happen. Take
Don't
one,
say that.
take one step forward. Blizzard.
You can't even find Bryn Shander anymore.
You just immediately
It was
step-
right behind
like
me.
It's a cliff, but it's like full of snow that just.
Ah!
So you just fall.
And that was the end of Octavia. No. But you see, as the gates of Bryn Shander are closing behind you, you see not that far off on the horizon, you see the town lights of what you presume is Targos. It is not that far at all. You gather it might be, weather permitting, like maybe an hour ride.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Targos is incredibly close to Bryn Shander. Obviously, trekking on foot might be a bit more dangerous, but on Axpeak, it's a hop, skip, and a jump away.
Is Mans riding with me?
I figured,
don't-
yeah, I'm on the back.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Me and Octavio are riding.
Let's do some tricks. Just get on my shoulders and stand up.
Oh, thanks.
Do the T-pose. As I ride full speed forward.
Is that an acrobatics check or is that? Like
Yeah.
Do the T pose. All right.
Or like G pose, just sort of like
Wait, what's the
arms
G
just-
pose?
the G
Oh.
Gmod pose.
Oh, okay,
His
yeah.
arms are like at an angle.
Oh yes,
Oh,
I know
no.
exactly what you're talking about. The ragdoll physics.
Yeah.
Great.
I spent
Okay.
way too much time on that game.
All right. So, the skies are clear. The aurora borealis begins to dissipate, and as you ride out, the text. As you ride out, you descend the winding, not cliff, the winding hill paths of Bryn Shander, and there, as you make your way, you go into a sort of small crevasse, and the town lights of Targos get swallowed up briefly over another hill, and then you crest said hill. Your axe beaks have been rested and whatnot, so they're going along at a healthy pace. Off to the side, you see a probably about, I don't know, I'd say well within like 100 feet or so off the path, you see what looks like a polar owlbear, just munching away at a freshly caught elk. And you see it's just like, and it's like the sinew is being like ripped up, and you can hear like the bones snapping as like the beak punches through meat and flesh and sinew.
Do we kill it?
Yeah, I
Oh,
want to turn around and be like,
Jesus.
Beery, look, there's another one.
Beery, do you want to
Redemption.
drive around? You want to drive around too?
Are you too good for that now?
I mean,
Redemption.
redemption. Time? I mean,
What?
we
I
stop
mean,
off?
I mean, we can. Oh, we just saw the
No,
town. It's not far.
I'm
Do we have-
going to say I object to this because it's not really doing anything. It's just kind of there. You know?
Okay.
It's
Fair
not.
enough.
It's
He's just
Listen,
minding
the
his
other
own
one
business,
was-
and we come to kill it.
We were going to have to fight the other one for
not.
territory.
Hey, Albert!
It's kind of like
I
passing.
object to going out of our way to beat up a bear. Like that just seems.
All of us. Just all of us.
For us, it's like if there's a duck on the side of the road, you just kick it.
Hey,
That's basically what.
I mean, Min's just called redemption for me. I just wanted to clarify that it was unnecessary.
No, that's just what I rolled. Was
Onwards,
an Albert.
onwards to glory. Let's
you
go.
weren't even there.
You were popping off shots in the night.
Yeah, actually,
yeah, you were doing
We-
something more stupid.
Eh,
So let's
We
not
don't-
get it twisted here.
we had quite a fun time though until
Almost dying, yeah.
until you guys kind of saved us. So
yeah, actually,
Octavio got pretty messed up.
Actually, Octavio and Mittens, this is a different story that you're hearing from before. They're like, wait, redemption? What? Hold on.
Oh yeah, that's true. What do you mean redemption?
We don't have time to talk about this.
Beery,
You
you
guys
lie to
have
me?
nothing but time. You're traveling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Swift still says it.
Swift just slowly starts picking up their speed, just like no.
If you have
We don't-
time,
we-
if you have time
we
to
don't
talk,
have-
we have time to ride faster.
I, right,
We don't
I
have
tried,
time.
I tried to
We
catch
don't
up.
have time.
I tried to catch up with Beery, and I'm just staring at her like.
We
"Did you
don't have
lie?"
time to talk about the Swift says on the hour-and-a-half long
I
trek.
trusted
between-
you.
And then he goes back to silence.
That's it. Octavio, the second you pull up next to me, chop him and axe him, or chopper and axe him, just like immediately shoot a look at you back.
It's like, I trusted you.
Just 20 minutes later, someone's like, I feel like there was actually time to talk about this.
No one in particular.
No words were
I-
said in that whole
you're
20
right.
minutes.
You're right. I just didn't want to, really.
Alright.
Oh,
I
shit.
was
Okay.
trying to see how quiet I could keep it for as long as possible.
It's fine. We all die sometimes. I just die a lot of times.
Okay.
He's just trying to trick us in playing the quiet game. I get it. That's fine.
That all reverse
No,
psychology.
it
Okay.
never works when you
Oh.
just say that.
You guys
Oh
are
my
really
God.
making me regret my sobriety choice.
Road games with Octavio would be terrible. Just
I,
kidding.
Oh,
I,
God.
I spy
I-
with my little eye something
s-
white.
Is it snow? Yeah.
Hey, you got there. Actually, it's the polar owl bear that's about to like attack you. It's sneaking up behind you.
I spy something white.
Like that scene from Brother Bear.
Yeah. All right. And so you crest that hill that the owlbear was snacking on an elk.
Majestic.
And you hear the far off like cry of other elk. We're not going. We're that weird whistling sound.
I love that sound.
Oh, I thought it was dead. Awkward.
No, I mean there's other
Most of
elk.
the
Jesus
Oh,
The one elk in all of Iceland.
Yeah,
And-
it's
and that owlbear
it's
got
calling
it.
out as it's being eaten.
That's what I was like,
I
wait,
didn't
what?
realize that was the last elk. No.
The last elk of Icewind.
That's what your random event table
See,
has.
I needed to avenge him.
Yes, elk genocide. That's what I roll on the event table.
I don't want to know what the other random
Rolled
event
an
rolls are.
ancient white
Apparently an
dragon.
ancient
I mean,
white-
anything is up for grabs here.
All right. And when you crest the hill, you see that going down. It's not too far along now, and thankfully the town of Targos. Oh no, I almost hit that part of the map. The town of Targos is well within well within sight now.
New town,
yeah.
new town.
New town, new town. Okay,
Newtown,
hold on.
yes.
Okay, hold on. Let me.
New town. Is there an inn? We have standards now.
Yes.
Well, as
Oui.
I don't know. Does Swift talk about Targos at all? He would probably be the one that would know.
When they finally realized that they were just trying to keep everyone quiet, it's like, oh, fine. Yeah, I guess what can Swift tell them?
What Swift would know is that. Oh no. What Swift would know
Oh no,
is
you
that.
got rid of good meat.
Oh no! Hold on a second.
You got rid of everywhere else.
No! 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 Wait a minute.
All the rest of 10 towns has been wiped off the map.
Oh fuck! How do I fix this?
You just Control Z.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Well,
Oh, if that doesn't work, you're out of luck. That's all you got.
Oh no!
did you
Oh,
re-hide
God.
it?
I think so.
Oh.
Wait, no. Oh, that's weird. Okay, I'll fix it. Don't worry about it. All you guys need to know is that you're in Targos.
You put it under the map.
Probably shut up. I'll fix it later. I was trying to like show names and stuff like that. But as you approach the town of Targos, what Swift can tell you is that of the 3 towns, this is probably the second largest. East Haven might actually. No, actually, this might be the 3rd largest. Brenshander, then East Haven, and then Targos. Targos comes up behind East Haven in terms of size and like capacity and stuff like that.
Wow, so it really is all downhill from here.
Yeah. Everything after this is just backwaters, ramshackle inns, and stuff like that.
I don't know what you expected.
Yeah, actually, I don't know what you expected either.
I think Swift says that. If Beery says that out loud, and Swift just like, I don't know what you expect.
I just imagined, things might have grown a little bit since I was last here. It just seems like.
I mean, given the last couple of years, any growth is kind of,
Permafrost.
Yeah.
Fair.
So.
Good enough then. Onwards.
It's a town.
Hold on.
There's something here.
Why is Gar's token always like freaking huge?
Big Gar.
Big Gar.
Every time I put Gar's token down, it's like massive, and I have to hide it. I don't understand that.
It's true.
Okay.
Size.
But as you approach the town of Targos, you hear the waves of Mare Dulden, the lake off of Targos that also connects to Bremen, Lonelywood, and Tourmaline. And Jesus, Big Beery.
Yes.
Big Swift. Big Octavio? Oh, regular size Octavio.
Medium size Octavio.
That's about right.
Heather got so excited, her eyes like, yes!
Baby Octavio.
Why can't I move my token?
You should be able to. Hold on a second.
Is it a new token? Do you have to give him?
No, I did everything.
Everyone
Yeah,
do circles around him since he can't move.
It said it can be edited and controlled by you, so it should.
No! You're doing the thing! Alright, it's probably just roll 20 being roll 20. Hold on. Let's refresh it real quick.
Here, let me delete Octavio and put him back.
Wait, no, what?
Big Tavio.
I get deleted.
All right, re-roll a new
I don't
character.
feel so good.
No, not like me as a person. Nope, still can't move.
Okay, hold on. Let me look into this real quick.
I was able to move it in the other map, but that's weird.
Yeah, that's weird.
Oh,
I think I
there it
might know.
Oh, but
Okay.
it's not linked though.
Huh?
It's not linked to my character.
Yeah,
sheet.
that's weird. I don't know
Oh,
why.
sweet
Oh
lord.
wow! All right.
I
Did
had it.
do you do the thing? Like it's like a if you do the steps in a way it doesn't link it correctly.
Maybe, but I'll figure that out. What the
Swift
fuck was
doing
that?
sprints back and forth.
Get the zoomies.
Swift's just like, I'm fast as fuck, boy.
I'm trying to get out all of my energy before we go into another town.
It's like that weird, like, oh god, I have no time. I have to run now to.
I'm going to feel claustrophobic for the next however long, so
To work out your restless leg syndrome.
don't even get me started.
Yeah, I'm just whatever it is. I'll have to figure it out later, Jose. I'm not entirely
fine.
sure what had happened. So, but no, I roll 20. Is like, oh, you forgot to, I don't know, circle the mouse 3 times while doing that, and so, anyways,
Yeah, you gotta do that.
yeah.
Mm.
So you hear the slow churning waves of Mare Dulden as you approach the town of Targos. I almost said the town of 10 towns. The city of Townsville.
Like that lake connects to Lonelywood and what else?
It connects to pretty much every other town this side. It connects to the map that I deleted.
Is the water frozen though, so it doesn't even matter?
It connects to Bremen.
It said the waves were crashing.
Yeah, that's true.
Bremen, Lonelywood, and Tourmaline.
As well as Targos.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's a given. So.
Yeah.
But
You never know.
Look at that face. Sorry.
this is true.
Oh, the dog.
Yeah.
Like a little prairie dog.
So cute. Oh my goodness.
What? Anyways. Oh, that's what happened. I accidentally put the map on the token layer. Whoops. My bad. I'm rusty at this too. Okay, so but you will notice that as you approach, this is unlike the town of Goodmead, which is actually the really only small town, and even unlike East Haven, this is actually more resembling of Bryn Shander, where it does in fact have the walls of like fortified, I guess, logs, for lack of a better term. It's wooden walls with every so often you'll see some form of a guard tower. Obviously, these fortifications were built with anyone that knows the history. This was actually one of the earliest towns in 10 towns, and this was actually a fort that eventually converted into a town. These fortifications were built because of just to fend off orc invasions and stuff like that. And let me see if I can find the seal of Targos. And now what is known is that Targos prides itself on its fishing economy. Being one of the largest towns on the waters, it's known for pretty much anything regarding anglers and just fishing in general. That's actually where most of its money comes from, in terms of just income and trade and stuff like that. And it is. Let's see. All right, so you approach the gates of Targos, and there a guard just simply asks over the wall, just the old perennial question. That's state your business. What business do you have in Targos?
Who goes there?
Yeah, it's an old man with like a long wispy beard that's still wearing guard armor for some reason.
Somebody with high charisma needs to speak.
Yeah, you want me to
With
speak?
Oh, yeah. Swift, give it a go.
Wait, what are we doing here?
Oh god, we cannot let Octavio speak.
Hi, we are the heroes of 10 towns.
No, that's not the part of
Reel
that.
it in.
We-
Reel it in.
We are here. We are here to.
Just tell them we're on business for Speaker Denneth. from
Oh, we're in
East Haven.
business with Speaker Denneth. I am Octavio Cadenas of the Cadenas family from Waterdeep. These are my companions. And I point at all of them.
I'm just gonna like come out from the side behind Octavio and be like, "Hi, over here," and then like disappear behind him again.
What business does Speaker Danneth send you on? You didn't really answer the question, I'm afraid.
Top secret.
Top secret.
Did he give us like a letter or anything to give to them? Or
He did not.
wow, what a jerk!
We are.
It's almost like as if he just got assaulted and he needed to rest off his wounds.
We were sent here to look into a private matter for the speaker.
It's a secret. We're in a secret mission, and the speaker has sent us here.
We must
All right.
speak with the speaker.
Octavio,
All right, roll.
Octavio, hold on.
What?
You don't usually tell people that you are on a secret mission.
Oh, my bad. We're it's
No, it's too
Oh,
late.
Lord.
You've already said it.
It's
so.
a
Yeah,
non-secret.
Genie's out
It's
of
a
the
wide
would-
open mission.
The speaker
Whatever
would
you wanna
prefer
know.
to keep it on the down low.
This is painful.
Oh.
Roll me a persuasion check.
This guy has said one sentence, and we just like wrote him
We
a
all
book.
like barrage him.
He's a-
Threw all like
Everybody
just-
all over ourselves.
Everybody just lays bare their secrets. that they
anything
got.
anything coherent at all.
Not me. Stayed out of this.
All right.
Not bad.
I see the old, now he's an old man because that's funny. The old man goes, "Oh, a secret mission. Great. Oh, well, I don't want to hold up anything like that. That sounds very important." And then you see him slowly, painfully slowly make his way down the guard tower. It's like,
I don't remember the security for Targos being so lax.
you
I
might have
think
also
I was
come-
young at first. It was just me. Am I? What's Swift?
Snow madness. Anyways,
Did the moonlight hit him and he got really old when that happened?
yeah.
I mean, and living in 10 towns kind of ages you very quickly. So
That's fair enough.
and he makes his way. He's like, "All right, open the gates," and the gates like just like a little bit.
Thank
But
you.
not a lot.
You have aided us in our mission.
Open the gates a little.
we got squeezed through.
Here's a
Just
copper
walk
coin.
sideways, like okay.
Wow, a whole copper. That's
Gee, thanks. This is
Wait,
worth
did
it.
you just pay the gate man?
No, I gave him a tip.
Yes.
It's got.
He didn't deserve a tip.
Here,
Why
throw
is-
this
How
away
He
slow
for
opened
me.
the
he
gate
did
for
that.
us. We're having
It's
this
his job.
conversation in
That's his
front of
job.
him.
That's his job.
That doesn't mean that he doesn't deserve a tip. Look at this guy. He's gonna die any minute.
Can you please
So
say
why
you said
waste
that
a
out
good
loud?
why waste a good copper on him?
He's still back there. He's like, I'm only 24.
I wanted to enjoy his last days.
Thank
This
you.
guy.
Thank
I'm
you,
in the
sir.
prime of my life. I'm only 36 years old.
Thank you, sir. You have aided us greatly in this effort. Everybody, come on this side.
Every,
All right.
every new town, I don't understand.
Oh god. Okay, cool. All right, well, I guess you guys are in 10 towns now. I mean, not 10 towns. You guys are in Targos now.
We weren't in 10 towns.
No, you guys weren't in 10 towns. The town here is kind of busy. It's a little not I don't want to say lax, but you can tell that there's a lot of like latent I guess energy, for lack of a better term. Like there's a lot, like Swift, when you had come here before in its prime, like there is plenty of business to be had here.
Mhm.
But now it's a little bit more quiet. It's a little not settled down, but like forced to settle down. And when you look out into the docks, you see why. The docks of Targos are completely frozen solid.
Second verse, same as the first is East Haven.
Yeah, it's all and you can see that all of the ships and boats that are on the docks are frozen in. But occasionally you do see like some fishermen, like in teams of 3 or 4, like hauling out smaller boats, dragging them by rope, presumably to go try to get some sort of catch.
Is there anywhere that we would be able to try and gather information or sort of get a feel for what's going on? In
Yeah,
the town?
the
with the pulse, get a finger on the pulse of the town.
All right, so we're trying to finger the town.
I stop
Too late
a
for
random.
that.
I stop a random person. What's going on in this town, sir? No, I'm just kidding. I don't do that.
Just
The
grab
lakes-
someone off the street and you shake them. What's happening?
Tell us now.
Tell me the missions
How
available
do
in
you
this town.
know?
I'm
Got
looking
any
for a guy with
quests?
an exclamation mark over his head. Help me out.
You seen that?
That was a really roundabout way for me to ask where the tavern is.
Yeah, I know where it's going with that.
With a couple of questions, pointed or not, depending on how Octavio asks them. The townsfolk do direct you to the town. The townsfolk do direct you to a tavern called the Three Flags Sailing.
How many people did we ask?
How many people did you ask?
Yeah.
You've asked 18 people.
Wow.
That's a
What
lot.
did the other 17
I-
say?
They all
The other-
ignored him.
They're tourists. They're
The
not
other
from here.
17 are like, hey, where can I find information? I'm like, oh, okay. They just walk a little faster away from you. And it wasn't until 16 Octavius like, you know what, maybe it's me. Maybe it's my approach.
Yeah, I have no problem.
You sir, where can we find information? Please don't hurt me. As these
We're
newcomers
kinda
that
weird
nobody's
looking.
never seen.
All right, no, but all right. So yes, I'm gonna say that's what happened. But how many people? One person told us.
Yes.
Okay, I gave him a copper coin.
Why are you tipping everyone?
Weird troubles.
Isn't that what you do? You tip people.
I mean,
Why did you just start doing it now?
Because I
The guy's like-
just got paid for the first time in my life.
Stop giving away your money.
But they need it too.
So do you.
Yeah, you are also a person trying to survive.
You actually,
in this town.
But I have plenty.
you actually see like the town. The
I-
town is like it's not exactly flourishing, but it's
You're
not
not
starving like
destined
he's
to,
saying.
But-
Yeah.
But I have plenty. I can tip people.
Okay, but you don't need to. And if you keep, not everybody's as nice. And if you keep tipping everybody, they're gonna know that you have a lot of money, and then they're gonna steal all of your money
Yeah, there are
and
a lot of
your kidney
unscrupulous
and
people
leave you in the snowbank.
like mittens.
Why would anybody do that? To me?
and you give them
Why
a
would-
copper. That's
they-
almost insulting.
You literally just gave them trash to
You
throw.
give them
away
a
for
copper,
you.
they'll take a gold. That's a saying.
Here, you throw this away.
It's that's like stopping someone in their day when they're walking down the street and handing them a nickel.
Well, literally a
Like-
penny.
Excuse me, good sir.
Thank
Don't
you.
don't spend this all in one place now.
Thank you for giving me this germ receptacle. Ooh.
Just so you guys know.
Tatty bye.
So you guys know. Octavio has not for him money's always flowing into his pocket. So for him he doesn't know. He's like Bill Gates when they ask him how much he thinks milk is worth, and he says that it's like $16.
It's a banana. How much
Or a
would it
banana.
cost? $10?
Yeah.
But do you not know what the denominations of coins are? Like, do you
It would
not,
be the
like,
opposite.
I do.
You'd
but
be
it's like-
handing them like gold coins instead.
Yeah, exactly.
Is this when we find out Octavio is actually colorblind?
guys help me?
That's why he couldn't see the lights.
he's actually just blind like, this whole time.
I look
Alright,
at the
so-
group and I'm just like, okay, fine, I'll be more careful. Sorry, here's a copper. Just throw it at him.
Oh my God. I don't want any trouble.
Just peg him
Yeah,
with it.
you know what? Just do what feels right to you, bud.
No, okay, let's not. Let's maybe not that far.
Oh, okay.
It's
yeah,
not.
you're
It's
right.
and it's because Octavio
Starts
is
throwing
screaming.
gold
And,
everywhere.
So,
Oh,
sorry,
Jesus
Josh. I'm
Christ.
not feeling myself today.
No, I'm kidding.
I'm feeling weird.
I'm not
We're
doing
gonna end up in the jailhouse before we get to the end.
it. What did they do? Oh,
Don't even make it to the end.
Walk into the town and then this crazy guy starts throwing coins everywhere.
Alright,
Excuse me.
so-
What kind of-
So we make it to the tavern.
Yes, you make it to the tavern of Three Flags Sailing, with a you see it has the sign obviously of Three Flags, like, and you see underneath the wooden sign it says in proud partnership of the Ladlesmith company.
Ooh, I pull out my
Um,
card.
Yes.
Did they give you
All
a
right.
card?
Yeah, it's one of those,
Like
one of those punch cards. I have two.
All
I
right,
don't know,
what
I don't know
kind
how
of
many.
soup?
I don't know how many I need
Alright.
for a free one. but-
See, Octavio, this is what
20.
you can spend some money on. Buy us lunch.
You got
There
it.
you go.
I want the most expensive
Alright.
soup for all of my friends.
What
Thanks,
kind?
buddy.
What kind of soup should this town have? I'm gonna. I'm gonna.
I don't know.
leave
What's
it
a
up
good
to you.
coastal city that we haven't?
Okay, so we already-
Clam
We
chowder.
already
Chowder.
hit chowder. We already
Okay.
did that
Did
one.
we already have chowder?
Yeah, we already had chowder.
I think we did like
Mm.
jambalaya
This is
too, right?
Manhattan.
Yeah,
Manhattan clam chowder instead of New England.
Oh, I was gonna say we
Uh.
need some jambalaya or something now.
You already had
Jambalaya?
jambalaya.
Is this
Yeah, we
like
had
is this
some-
New Orleans?
We could
Yeah,
do like a
no,
bullet
we-
maze.
Over it.
I know we
I
had
know we did
jambalaya before.
Italian.
That's not a soup.
Meatball wedding soup.
Italian
want
wedding
what?
soup.
Italian wedding soup.
Italian wedding soup. Okay,
That
but
sounds
it's
way
called,
better though.
It's called like dwarven wedding soup or something like that.
All right,
Because what the fuck is an Italian?
Yeah.
that's the joke.
Yeah, you come in here to a Ladlesmith establishment and ask for, on this the day of my daughter's wedding.
I just want to make sure that when they get the soup, I get a point for each one. I'm collecting the points.
make sure it one for each. One for
Yeah.
each. Yeah, I'm not even gonna do a fucking Marlon Brando impersonation.
Game ruined.
You come here for my soup.
Immersion ruined.
You come to me on this day, the day of my daughter's wedding, and you ask me
Alright,
for soup, and it smacks Octavio.
Alright, now that we've eaten our food, what...
Wait, no,
Well,
I
hold
gotta-
on.
I gotta-
Wait, we haven't even established three flags yet. Okay, you go in here
It's like
and
half of 6
one-
flags.
yes, and one like there are like two sides of this tavern. One side is obviously fishermen. You know, they have like their like I guess some tackle boxes.
They're yellow coats.
What? No, they're not like Gordon
Gordon.
fishermen. And their galoshes and shit like
And they've all got
No.
like white
It's
beards.
like 30 guys all wearing the same thing over there.
for the 29th annual Gordon Fisherman lookalike.
They all have a
contest.
fishing pole like on their shoulder while they're
Mhm.
whatever.
And
Yeah.
nets. Right, so
No,
fishermen-
but you can tell what are obviously fishermen because they have the smell of like fish on
Yeah.
them. It's like oh, but they're also like you can tell they're workers because they're tired. Like they have that obviously like just like punched out of a shift. Like I'm just here for a drink. And then there's like the more rowdy side of the Three Flags Sailing where there's just like you know younger folk and whatnot and just rowdy ne'er-do-wells. and right there in the middle is the bar, and a little bit off to the side is like sort of a makeshift window for the dwarven Italian or a dwarven wedding soup dispensary, for lack
No,
of
I'm
a better
Italian
term.
on my mother's side.
I can't say the word because apparently it's a bad word, but it's
It's
fine.
a bad word.
It's
It is a
fine.
bad word.
It is a bad word, and I apologize. I talk of opportunity, I like to apologize.
I
about
just
that.
want a clip of my reaction the first time you said it, because I'm pretty sure I was like, whoa!
Yeah, a visceral reaction was the. But you do see that like a lot of people are indulging in the dwarven soup.
Wedding.
But also there's there's clinking glasses and whatnot, and people are some people are singing like shanties and stuff like that, or trying to sing shanties, but they're drunk and they can't do it so well.
I want to hear an Italian fishing shanty.
Me too.
Yeah.
It
for
was
for
graphic
immersion.
as hell.
Yeah.
A lot of ayos.
Okay.
Andrew, that would really get us in the mood. I think we
Ah.
really need. I think we need that.
All right, let me think of an Italian.
No, you don't have to do that. I go to the counter and I'm like, I want 5 soups, wedding soups, please. And I pull up my card.
Okay, cool. And the tavern currently is being ran by a plump gray-haired woman, human. That you notice that like, as she's putting in your order, people just call her Ma. Like that's it. They're just like, "Hey Ma!" As they're like ordering drinks and stuff like that.
Dang.
Yeah. And she goes like, "Yeah, I need I was gonna say like 5 steamers. I need five bowls of the wedding soup." And
Ooh,
and
do
she's
I know, Ma? Is this another Robbie situation where I'm like, hey!
roll. Give me a highs or lows.
Lowe's.
Okay, hold on. I gotta find another D100 because for some reason I can't find it in this big old chest of
I like to
lows.
think you remember her, but she doesn't remember you at all.
Oh no.
You do not know
Embarrassing.
Ma.
Oh,
Oh, sad.
You do not know Ma, but that doesn't mean you can't get to know her. So, but you see here there is the drinks are a more straightforward affair. It's more like just straight spirits and ales, as opposed to anything really too terribly fancy. What you would expect from like a seaside town.
Okay.
Water.
Yeah.
water.
Water.
So reminder.
You have a water with some scotch.
Scotch water.
Scotch. So what are you guys gonna do while you're actually in the tavern?
So reminder why we're here.
Zentarum.
Yeah, but we're not going to just say that out
That's
loud.
we.
You know.
Everybody
we're-
looks at
We
Octavia.
shouldn't do that.
I'm like foaming about to say it.
Based
He's
on
like shaking.
I'm just assuming based on our interaction with them in East Haven that they are not going to just, operate out in the open. So don't be direct. And I look at Octavio and I'm like, don't just ask someone if they're, if they work for the Zentarum. That's not. It's going to be a quick way to get
It's a
yourself stabbed.
a low
I feel
key
like.
mission.
Wait, are you saying this like to Octavia? Like, don't just ask people if they're working. For
I'm just
the
like I'm
Zentarum.
like very low, like keeping it down. I'm like, don't just ask people. I'm just based on past experiences. I need you to know that you cannot just ask someone.
Okay,
You can't just ask someone if they're part of the Zentarum.
if you're trying to keep this information on the down low inside this very busy tavern, I need you to make me a stealth check.
I can do
Would that be with advantage because everything's so loud?
Yeah, I feel like that'd be easier to do.
I would say nay.
Hey,
He said nay.
Because if it fails, it would be interesting.
That's
Damn
true.
on.
Yeah, no, you
Joke's on you.
you pull Octavia to the side, just hey, dude, what's this?
We should probably ask Ma. I think.
Okay.
Oh, I was gonna say, can I
Just
just
be careful. I'm not saying don't try. Just be careful, right? Just don't just ask anyone. Just the first thing you ask them.
Like that guy, and like the camera pans, and it's a guy.
No,
that's an actual Zentarum.
There's just some fisher just
Oh,
around the corner who's got like an eye patch over one eye.
Yeah.
Hunched over. Just
with a snake coming out of the hood.
he's got a snake tattoo on the side of his face.
Just like a snake flying over him.
No, you can't just go up to that guy and ask him if he's a member of the Zentarum, okay? You can't. It's not cool.
Look at him! I mean, seriously.
It could
He
be
has a
very
table
obvious.
that says like Zentarum application.
No, you can't assume anything.
You got little pencils that are shaped like snakes.
He's giving out the lapel pins
Yeah.
that we saw.
He has a cup for used and new pencils. Like, all right, when you have your applications, go ahead and put your pencils.
There's
in.
another
All right, thanks.
Zentarum behind him, like and cleaning the
Like
pencils.
I don't know. It's not clear to me whether he's actually a part of the Zentarum. He's
He
trying
could be
to,
anyone.
clearly.
You
Can this
look-
please?
look at that.
Can this please be canon right now?
No, absolutely not. We're not gonna have like a Zentarum like union.
We're unionizing.
It's the most evil thing in the world if your politics allow
They
it.
sent us to their godforsaken Icewind Dale. Haven't seen the sun in 2 bloody months.
But think of the benefits.
What benefits?
Like,
I'm really disappointed this isn't actually happening.
I know, me too.
Genuinely.
You can also travel the rest of the Sword Coast if you join us.
Just really channeled that one orc from Lord of the Rings, the Two
Oh, yeah.
Towers. We've ate nothing but moldy bread for 3 days.
we ate nothing but moldy bread for 3 stinking days. Anyways, no, there's not a guy sharpening a knife, staring daggers at you guys.
Oh.
So,
That would be hilarious.
unfortunately,
I assume there's at least one guy that looks
Can
like
we
that
roll a
in
high
every
or low?
bar in Icewind Dale.
Highs or lows? There's a guy sharpening us.
Please?
No,
With a-
no,
with
you
a-
Alright.
with-
Yeah,
no,
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 yes,
I'm
yes.
kidding. You don't have. No. You have not gonna. No, don't.
So no one's hanging a banner in the corner that says "Join the Zentarum." is
Yeah.
what
It's
you're
one of
saying.
those things where it's like he's
I like
sharpening
it.
a knife and he pulls it up like he's about to like stab it down into something, and then as he transitions down, he's just like cutting into like a steak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
no,
He's
he's
like getting a little
he's,
slice of
Just looks
butter.
violent.
he's carving a cake because another Zentarum agent is celebrating their like
Promotion.
what's it?
Yeah.
No, not
Why
the
is
promotion.
why
The
is, like,
retirement.
Office parties. Office parties is like the go-to joke for like humanizing like evil characters.
That also
It's like,
happened.
"Oh, it's his birthday. Oh.
I was just gonna say,
That
you
also
would
happened.
There's
In
cake
a
in the
furnace.
break room.
Why is that the funniest thing imaginable?
So someone gives that agent a gold watch, like, oh guys, you really should.
Oh, I just
That's
got this year. Oh, you know, I didn't think I was gonna make it after that last heroic adventuring party came through, but we really pulled
As
through.
we walk in. Like, hi.
Honestly, these sound like great guys.
We
I don't really
really
know.
killed those adventurers.
You know, it really is a matter of perspective, eh?
So-
We've gone so far off topic.
I know.
Oh.
I'm sorry. But yes,
Oh,
Octavio,
Just add-
yeah, it's
Octavio,
sort of
Octavio
like
acknowledges.
Yeah, Swift just sort of like very quiet. Don't just be careful.
Yes.
Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Okay, I have a mouthful of. I was gonna say balls.
Can you not?
You know what I mean?
Could you not like? Can you like say yes after you finish chewing? Like I just after.
I'm doing like it's taking so long to shoot.
Is this ever gonna?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
God. Okay.
Sorry, I was really hungry.
Just like deadpan staring at him
Yeah.
the entire time.
it's like 3 minutes of awkward silence as he's.
What are you eating, gum?
No, have you
Just
guys?
swallowed
That never
already.
happened to you? Like somebody's talking to you and they waiting for you to respond, but you're like chewing. In the mid- it takes forever. It takes way longer than it usually takes.
Yeah.
Yes.
By the
Just-
way,
oh, wait,
Every
wait,
second
wait,
counts.
wait.
Nero Lancer says that that's just a poor dude whose first name is Scent.
Exactly.
Eating a steak with a knife.
Oh fuck. I want to
Let's
make
ask
that
Mom.
canon, but I can't. I really want to make that canon now.
Should that at least be in a room at the Zentarum headquarters when we do find it?
Please. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, when we find
We-
their hideout.
open up a
instead of- yeah,
cabinet.
Please. Well, yes.
I'll have to think about it.
I'm gonna murder someone over cake.
I have a question.
Okay.
How well lit is the interior of the tavern?
Well, I mean, it is a tavern.
I assume a minimum amount of lighting that.
I would say it has soft lighting. It does describe that the atmosphere is
Mood lighting.
subdued. Yes.
Well,
So,
There's low hanging torches over each of the tables.
There's a little knob on the
Yeah.
wall that you can turn higher for the fire.
yeah.
Figured out gas.
This music's actually playing over like the speakers.
Okay. Well, that sort of. I guess Swift is kind of just like trying to like overhear any like tidbits of conversation while they're in the.
Oh, well, if you want to overhear tidbits of conversation, I'll be more than happy to oblige you on that. Okay. So roll me a perception check.
Perception. 23.
Nice.
Ooh.
Jesus Christ! you just tune in. You hear everything.
Like a radio.
He now sees the recruiting line for this entire.
All right. So actually, what you hear is that you hear. Hold on. I'll do one more. No, not that one. That was a duplicate. Okay, excellent. So what you hear is that one. You hear about they're actually talking about what happened in East Haven, about how there was an execution, and then the day afterwards there was some sort of assault, and they're like, well, I don't know what happened, but maybe they burnt the wrong fella, kind of a thing. They're presuming that the assault was based on the execution, and someone's like, and the person they're talking to is like, it was Arcane Brotherhood, worst thing that ever happened to 10 Towns. And then somebody talks about how there are abnormally large wolves stalking the outskirts of Dugan's Hole, which is another town in 10 Towns. And you're like, okay, all right, whatever, just put a pin in that maybe. But then the one thing that catches maybe catches you the most is that there is a concern for the Lake Mare Doulden. Someone was saying how the fishermen seem to be terrorized by some sort of monster that lives within the lake itself. And they say the weird part about it is that they're not killing the fishermen, they're just assaulting them. And they're just like they're just like, I don't want to say harassing, but it's like they're just trying to throw them off of like fishing in the lake, kind of.
Basically, like they're trying to keep them away.
Yeah, like they're knocking the fishermen off their boats and stuff like that. Like they're not like, well, I don't know, that's actually a fucking death sentence in Icewind Dale.
Yeah,
But they're
I was
like,
gonna say, that's deadly.
but they're like snapping lines and stuff like that and destroying nets and whatnot.
Just
but,
causing general tomfoolery.
Calling them names.
yeah, but then it's like I heard I was out there and there was this I saw a great shadow go beneath the waves of Mare Doulden, and then suddenly my fishing line the fishing pole ripped straight out of my hands, and I haven't been able to go out there since. That that was a premium fishing pole. It cost me a lot of gold. But yeah. So those are the rumors you hear.
Ooh, does Mids hear this?
Well, does Swift tell us what they hear?
Oh yeah, I think for sure Swift sort of like repeats.
Oof.
I mean, we can get some more wolf pelts, guys. Add to the collection.
Dugan's Hole is
The complete opposite direction you guys
Complete
went
opposite
in. Yeah.
Yeah, it does
It's
kind
like
of make
Yeah.
stuff.
it's like to the south of East Haven, right?
No, actually, it's further past Goodmead.
Okay, so it's like towards like the 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock on
Yeah.
this clock. Okay.
It would be.
Okay.
It would probably be closer to 7.
Right.
On the clock, it'd be closer to 7.
Oh, okay, so it's like all right. Well, it sounds like something is trying to keep fishermen away from the lake. I mean, that's weird. They're not like actually hurting them, like that strange hag
Yeah, they
over
could
at
be
East Haven,
protecting something.
or trying to keep people away from somewhere so they don't
Yeah.
discover. I just don't know what it would be.
Sounds like another fun investigation for us.
If we get over in that region, I'm sure we know what
am
to look for.
honestly not looking forward to being close to the water again. Kind of
Last time we didn't go
mixed
for a
bag.
lead that was close by. We didn't level up for like 20 sessions.
Octavia, what are you talking about?
What is a level?
Well,
but
to me,
I
it
don't really
sounds
hear
like
anything
these
specific about Zentarum.
fishermen. Nothing with the Zentarum, but I mean, it sounds like these fishermen are in need of some help here.
Oh, right, you want to do the heroic thing, right? That's
Do,
Yeah,
do you
you're catching on.
do you actually just mention the Zentarum like out in the open?
no.
Like, eh,
We're talking amongst ourselves, like quietly. It's like
Yeah.
what we're here
What
to.
do you-
It's fine. I'm not saying it. Like what we're here to do. But who
I was
knows?
gonna say, do
Maybe
you have,
it's
like, a
maybe it's related.
Code name.
The disease. I don't know.
the Z's.
Disease,
The- What was that? What was the thing that that Octavia talked about? Lavender. The lavenders. Yeah. We'll go find
Code
them.
words.
But no, maybe maybe it's related. We don't know what they're doing here, so.
Fair enough. So, out of character.
And we've got some crampons now, so we're not going to slip on the ice. That's nice.
Yeah.
I have a bullseye lantern, so I won't be blind again.
Yeah,
That'll
we're a
be
lot
very
better
nice.
prepared this time than we were the
It's
last
gonna
time.
be
Like, if
great.
we
That's
find
for
any
sure.
more icy caves,
We're
not
also
going-
level 3, says Octavio out loud.
What
And we
the
all
fuck
just
is a
stare.
level?
We all just stare at the camera.
And then credits.
Yep.
All right. So
But that's all I overheard. So maybe we'll
Alright.
find it. Maybe we'll find out more if we do that. Nuts.
maybe
Yeah.
Maybe.
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 there's only one way to find out: is you actually doing it.
Tune in next week.
Yeah, actually, I hate to say it as much of a kind of a like ending that was. That's probably where we're gonna have to call it. 'Cause
Let's
I'm
just
gonna have to-
pretend
Oh, we
we
didn't
ended on that hilarious joke about the guy with the sitting over in the corner and doing the recording. Let's pretend we ended.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We ended it 20 minutes ago.
Sounds good.
You know,
Yeah,
we don't
okay,
know when
so-
to wrap up a joke.
So what do you guys what are you guys actually planning on doing?
Investigating.
Well, I mean, in lieu of anything else, I guess that's the only lead we have to go on, right? It's like we know that the Zentarum are operating here, but we don't know what they're doing or where they're operating.
Okay.
This sounds
Yeah.
suspicious, I guess. So
Yeah.
Somebody in
it
chat
sounds like
just-
someone is trying to keep someone away from somewhere. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody in chat just asked, do you game allow insights to try to find out the plot point they should follow?
That is a
it's
great
like,
question.
how would you know?
Yeah, unless
Like,
you ask,
That's
unless
it.
you get insight for everything.
That's like that to me feels a little too gamey, right? Like that's
That's
a
like,
little gamifying it.
Gut feeling.
Yeah,
Well, that's like the distinction in like an RPG video game where it's like this is the main quest,
right.
right? These are
It's-
side quests.
It's a gold. It's a gold exclamation mark versus a silver one.
Yeah.
right.
I would imagine it just being like the gut feeling, like what feels right.
Right. Hey, last time what we thought felt right.
It's
Very
very
Very-
wrong.
It wasn't wrong.
Yeah,
It just
so
took us
maybe
a
we
long
don't-
way
Maybe
there.
Maybe we don't rely on our gut.
Fair
feeling.
enough. Fair enough.
That's a good question,
Wait,
Daniel.
On what feels right? What do you
Yeah.
mean?
Well, because we
Well,
went.
we went to stop the murder instead of getting the iron bars, which
Yeah,
was the
that's
wrong
all right.
choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
This is a big thing.
Someone's gonna die, and maybe a blacksmith won't be able to open tomorrow.
We
Oh,
don't know
yeah.
that person. We don't care about any. We don't know.
The blacksmith makes instruments of death, so it's a weird circle
Oh yeah,
the
there's
circle
something
of
there.
violence.
Daniel
Very
says,
nice instruments of death. Thank
Yeah.
goodness he gave us some.
Yeah,
Daniel
that
says,
crossbow I got was nice.
all of this makes sense. So we helped him out. Congratulations, guys.
Wow.
I mean,
All right.
there's like a fine line where between like it's a game, but like that feels too much like treating it like a game as opposed to like it. That kind of thing feels like it really breaks immersion.
I think it
Yeah,
has. I think it
I
has to be
just-
done in specific moments where, like, you know, maybe the DM leaves leaves something behind. Because I've used it before when it's like, oh, he says it, but with like a his volume dissipates or whatever. I don't know. And I'm like,
It's
okay.
it's where the DM
I mean-
places the emphasis, basically.
I mean, if it has to come down to a point where I feel like you have to use a mechanic to point the characters in the right direction, that's like,
Something's lost
You-
in translation at that point.
yeah, you like that.
Well, I
That
mean, we all are kind of sitting here saying, all right, what are we doing
Right.
here? So I feel
Well,
like
we just got here, so
Yeah. I also think I don't think there's anything wrong with, like, as a DM kind of like pause and it's like, okay, guys, let me clarify. I do that a lot because
yeah.
I know I can
Yeah.
confuse the shit out of everything. He says he asked because he uses it as a tool when the players want to find out the answer but can't.
Hmm.
I mean, in certain situations, yeah. I
That's
don't-
very situational.
yeah, because inside you're crossing the border, the line between, like, inside of, like, things that you can pick up in the moment, the conversation at that specific thing, versus like
Mhm.
inside doesn't mean you can just know. Oh shit, there's a volcano
Yeah,
about to
it's
blow
not
in 3
mind
days.
reading. An insight check is not mind reading,
Yeah.
right?
no.
But could it be like contemplation? Like you kind of sit back and mull over everything and start trying to connect the dots of whatever we do have.
I will do
I
that.
mean-
I will make that either a wisdom intelligence check over like a rest or something.
Well, I mean, an insight could also be like reading the situation. Like if you were to do an insight check
Right.
right now in this tavern, as you know, as a group of people that these people have never seen, you know, you could roll an insight check, and be like, oh hey, they're uncomfortable because
It's like, what's the
they-
vibe? An
Right.
insight check is a
Yeah.
vibe check.
Yeah.
That's
It's a
really what it
vibe
is.
check.
Vibe
It's
check.
literally what an
Give me a vibe
insight
Can
check
I
is.
get a
Vibe
vibe
check.
check?
Yeah.
We
Where's
make
the
that
millennial
joke-
rule?
We make that joke and like another group can like vibe check.
Get a vibe check. this
Okay,
dude.
roll insight.
Yeah,
But I
no,
mean,
that
like,
makes sense.
But I mean, like the term insight can mean a lot of things. Like
It's
it could
reading.
be.
It's reading a situation,
Yeah.
right?
Or do you have any
yeah.
insights on this specific subject or this specific town?
Well, I mean, like what's it? I think when you guys had to do an insight check on a diary, you know, in
Mm.
Curse of Strahd to be like, oh wait, this is a fake, you know. So it could
Right.
be, you know, something like that. So I mean, like insight can mean a lot of things, but yeah, having it be having insight be the compass, that feels like a game breaking thing.
I mean that
What?
like what the players want to do is the compass, right?
Yeah.
Like that's really what it comes down to.
Yeah.
So
Daniel says that he can't say how happy he is that he brought this up in the conversation and the input that we all given him. He's on Facebook, by the way, if you guys want to see this.
yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah,
was wondering.
I
I
was
was
like, where are you reading this?
Yeah, I wasn't seeing it in Twitch.
I,
so.
I made it up.
Yeah. I mean, it's a. I sent you that video, Andrew, the Matt Colville one, where he was talking about like giving out essentially like quest cards, and
Yeah.
people express interest in something. Like here's like a goal for you to do, and it's like there are ways that you can like gamify. It's a game, like it is a
Yeah.
game,
Right.
Yeah.
but like some things do feel a little like more heavily on the side of this feels like a game mechanic than like
Yeah.
a tabletop RPG.
Like giving you guys a quest card is one thing, but then having a compass at all times, be like, oh, it's over this way, like
Yeah.
you
Yeah, it's a little
immediately
different.
knowing where the spine of the world is, like okay, that's, you know.
Right. Then that, it
Yeah.
also takes away from building a character. It's like, oh, or bringing more background of that character. For example,
Yeah.
Swift and how he just knows the terrain in this area. It could be different types of checks: nature check, survival check, history check.
Mhm.
You know, that's a
Right.
good. That was a good. I never thought of using insight to like bring up like a compass, like Andrew says. It's interesting.
Mhm.
And then what happens if you fail it? If you were to do it that way, and then it's just
Right?
like,
do
oh,
you
okay.
do you guide them
You
to the
don't-
wrong
you just not
direction,
know.
or do you just
Yeah.
pick up anything?
Well, like my
I feel like
general,
it would be good in like a brainstorming session with the group. Like you're
Well,
all sitting
trying-
there over
trying to
drinks.
Connect the dots.
I
Yeah,
would-
exactly.
I would see that being more like using insight to have the characters be intuitive enough to not need help connecting the dots. But then if they fail that check, then okay, maybe they need to ask around some more or do some investigating and stuff like that. And then all right, okay, we're just gonna have to do some footwork. We're gonna have to.
Yeah, that's interesting.
What if,
I'm gonna use
what
that.
if you did run the like brainstorming session and then you got to roll an insight check about each character kind of throws out their own theory and you get to roll insight on each of those theories and use that in a certain sense?
Yeah, I mean,
you still pose your own theory and then we can reflect on it as a group and I guess go from there.
Well,
because
I mean,
I feel like dice don't need to be involved in that situation, right? Because you're just doing that. You're doing that naturally anyway, right?
Well,
Yeah.
Okay, you're sharing your theories and you're like hashing out what.
Okay, so
does the roll indicate like, oh, okay, the DM tells you if that specific piece of information is right or wrong?
That feels like a weird.
I think
way
so,
to do
yeah.
that, though.
Yeah.
So it's like let's take the current situation at hand right now. Like, if you guys wanted to put your heads together, you are going to Targos specifically to root out the Zentarum. And what do you know from the Zentarum? They obviously are, they work in the shadows. It's a cloak and dagger kind of thing. So it's like, and then you're just gonna, maybe like a history check, be like, oh, the Zentarum, blah blah blah, and you figure stuff out like that, and then you can come to a conclusion. Like, there could be just a session where you guys are just off in the corner, like Heather said, just off in the corner of the tavern, just putting your heads together, trying to figure out, like, fuck, where do we go?
Yeah.
Thinking about how each character would like attempt to figure out like how to like root out or figure out like where a secret organization is operating, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what would each character do? It's like Swift is like, I don't fucking know.
I mean,
what am I doing here?
And you also have to think you're trying to outsmart an organization that does this as a business,
right?
Yeah.
Without drawing attention to ourselves is the major.
Yeah.
It's like that would be a really quick way to find them, is just to be really open about it.
just be like, does anybody know where any
But
Zentarum?
it also puts us at a huge disadvantage.
We would get somewhere.
Yeah, it's like they know that we are looking for them, but we don't know anything about them. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you, Daniel, for sparking this conversation.
My general rule of thumb for insight is like investigation or perception. It is another way of like telling information, but it is picked up from like visual tics or like vocal quirks.
Daniel says
subtext.
Yeah, Daniel says you find their dagger in your back. Like, oh, there you go.
Basically, it's like you use like, where can I find the Zentarum? Don't worry, they'll find you.
Yeah.
Ah!
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there have been moments where I'm like, I should probably treat this more like a game, because I realize I'm putting a lot of work in maintaining the illusion of of reality. When it's like, okay, hold on,
it's a fine line to walk. Like, I don't think it's a bad thing necessarily.
No,
it's just it is still a game.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
There are mechanics for a reason.
Oh yeah, definitely. So
Sweet. Awesome.
All right, well that was weird, but
Yeah.
the talk portion of a talk of opportunity.
Daniel,
the
Javi,
weird
and
post game fizzle out
Nero Lancer,
conversation.
thank you so much for joining us, tagging along with us. Just so you guys know, we have a podcast as well. It's on Spotify and Apple and everywhere else you can find us. If you're on Twitch, make sure to follow our Facebook and our Twitch. And if you're on Facebook, make sure to follow our Facebook and our Twitch to stay updated whenever we go live with Dungeons and Dragons. We also do Epic Library of Epic Games, where we play video games from the Epic Library. As in, like, the Epic Store. And Alex does Thursdays, and wait, Alex is that way on Thursdays, and
He's up there for me.
And
You're down here for me.
Yeah, and I do Tuesdays. So yes, we just good night, Nero Lancer. Damn, I can't read. But yes, thank you for joining us. We'll be back next week with more Dungeons & Dragons and all the other stuff. We just got back from break. Make sure to listen to our current new episode that just released today. We are going through Dune, so if you're a big fan of Frank Herbert's Dune, join us. Nobody listens to us.
Spoilers.
A lot of spoilers. But once again, thank you so much. We'll see you next week, and as always, keep on gaming.
Bye.
Bye.
And in the stream.